On a 25 degrees Celsius night, we welcome you to Red Wilson Field for Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Whitey Red Sox take on the Chatham Anglers for an Eastern Division matchup on this Sunday night. The Whitey Red Sox are looking to win 2 in a row for the first time in the month of July as they take on a Chatham team coming off a walk-on win against rival Orleans yesterday. The Red Sox continue to lean on their Cape-leading pitching staff, with the only staff on Cape with an ERA below 3. Meanwhile, the Chatham Anglers are trying to pick up their first road win of the season. They're 0-9-3 on the road as they come to South Yarmouth for the second time this summer. We welcome you into the booth. I'm Carlo Jimenez, alongside Sam Lebowitz. Sam, this is a Whitey team. You look down at that dugout and a couple missing faces here today. A shorter bench for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Hunter Pass Ferreras, Drew Bowser, both not with the team anymore. The Red Sox will have to pivot and try to make do. Only 2 guys on the bench today, Jack Costello and Johnny Long. But they're going to have to figure it out before they can find a way to bring reinforcements in. And they are looking for reinforcements, trying to bring new players in. We don't know who we'll get just yet, but as of now, a short bench for the Red Sox today, and a team that has struggled for the most part offensively for the better part of the season, especially in July. The group here will have to put up some runs.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this Whitey team, it's a very tight-knit group. We were talking to Jake, one of our analytics guys, before the game, and he was saying this is a real stretch where this team's going to be tested. You lose a couple of guys, your bench is short, and you have 6 of your next 7 against either Brewster or Chatham. How important is this stretch?
Oh, this is a vital stretch, especially now that we're in the second half of the season. The summer's not quite as long. You got to play your best baseball now, especially against these 2 division rivals. We haven't seen Brewster, who trail the Red Sox by 3 points heading into action today, since the very beginning of the season, since games 2 and 3. This stretch, these next 7 games, 3 against Chatham, who are the cellar dwellers in the East, 3 against Brewster, the second-place team, with a game against the Bourne Braves mixed in there. You can win the division in this stretch right here.
And you want to lock in your playoff chances, Whitey could do it within the next week. We're going to step aside and bring you back after the national anthem for starting lineups. Whitey and Chatham, round 3, coming your way.
Performing the national anthem today is Cohasset High School High School Junior, Alexa Cohen.
A beautiful national anthem sung by Alexa Cohen, high schooler here on Cape Cod, as we welcome you back to Red Wilson Field for the first pitch here between the Whitey Red Sox and the Chatham Anglers. Let's get you the lineups for this YD team, for the Chatham team, we'll be facing the pitcher Connor Markle on the mound. It begins with Jake DeLeo, the center fielder from Georgia Tech. Marcus Brown bats second, the junior from Oklahoma State, playing short today. The designated hitter, Cooper Ingle, bats third. Out of Clemson, Johnny Castagnazzi bats fourth, the junior from UNC Tar Heels. Lyle Miller-Green, headed to Austin Peay, will bat fifth. Mitch Daly out of Texas bats sixth. Rock Riggio bats seventh out of Oklahoma State. Playing second today, Hayden Travinsky bats eighth, the junior from LSU. He'll be the catcher. And Chuck Ingram, the senior from Wichita State, bats ninth. Here's the first pitch home. And Connor Markle on the mound. Markle, who technically is in the transfer portal, the GCU player, who has thrown 13 2/3 innings of work. This will be his fourth start of the summer. And so far, Sam Markle has been really good when he's able to control that breaking balls. You look at that 6 innings against Falmouth, in which he struck out 8, just gave up 1 walk. Although when the breaking ball isn't as sharp, he can struggle like at Hyannis and Bourne.
Yeah, a lot of the issues for Connor Markle when he's had issues, like you mentioned, are the command with the secondaries, the slider, and the changeup. But his best start of the season was here at Red Wilson Field, his lone start on this mound against Falmouth, that second game of that doubleheader back on June the 26th, in which he was really excellent. Gave up just 1 hit over 6 scoreless innings and struck out 8 batters, looking for some of that same success. His last time out against Hyannis, a little hit or miss. He only gave up 2 hits and 1 run, but he walked 4 and didn't miss quite as many bats, only struck out 4. So what you'll have to look for early in this one is seeing how around the strike zone that Connor Markle is. In his 2 road starts, he's allowed 9 walks in 7 2/3 innings, but in his home start, he walked just 1 in 6 innings. So we'll see which version of Connor Markle we get, and hopefully it's the version that throws lots and lots of strikes and works quickly, as he so often does.
Well, Connor Markle will be facing a Chatham lineup that strikes out more than any other team on Cape. In fact, the Chatham Anglers have struck out so far this season a total of 179 times. The next team on the list, Falmouth, at 250. So it is not even close between Chatham and everybody else. A beautiful bright sky, the flag at half-mast in left here at Red Wilson Field. Barely any clouds and some shadows creeping down the left field line as we begin. Whitey versus Chatham. First pitch. And the righty, Jake DeLeo, swings and misses at a slider. And the count, no balls and 1 strike to him. Chatham coming off that walk-off win yesterday at home against Orleans. They only have 2 wins this month as well. 0-1. Backdoor slider catches the edge. No balls and 2 strikes. Both of those wins coming against the Orleans Firebirds. Cooper Ingle, who bats third in the lineup, was the hero with the walk-off knock to center field to score Guy Garabet. 0-2. Fastball misses well away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blue tops for the Chatham Anglers. White numbers with Chatham across the chest. In script, numbers underneath the THAM in red, outlined in white. Gray pants for the Anglers, and a blue stripe down the side. For the Whitey Red Sox, it is the white uniforms, Red Sox across the chest, in red. 1-2. Slider topped left side of the infield. Charging to third baseman Jordan Thompson. Throw to first in time. Just beats the speed of DeLeo. And there's 1 away. And let's get you the rest of that YD defense. Jordan Thompson is at third. Caden Connor at first. Fernando Gonzalez behind the plate. Up the middle, it's Chase Mydroff at second. Hunter Haas at short. Left to right in the outfield, Luke Schliger in left for the second time this summer. Cole Carrig in center. Homer Bush Jr. in right. Luke playing in the outfield. He played in the outfield in the 6th game of the summer. First pitch to the lefty, Brown. Bunts one slowly, right side of the infield. Markle can't get there, and Brown is safe. Charging was Mydroff, the second baseman. He had no play. Connor Markle was unable to cut it off, and Marcus Brown reaches on an infield bunt single. There's 1 on with 1 away and a scoreless top of the first.
That was perfectly placed by Marcus Brown. Once he got it past Connor Markle, who, as a left-handed pitcher, kind of falls off the mound to the third base side, the Red Sox weren't going to have a play. So a nice job by Brown to get one past the mound and get aboard.
In stands the left-handed bat of Cooper Ingle with Brown at first. First pitch slider is on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. Ingle the hero yesterday, the walk-off RBI, and he's been swinging the bat well as of late. 352 over his last 6 games. With 6 walks in that stretch, he leads the Cape in on-base percentage. Fernando Gonzalez behind the plate. He's been one of the best in throwing out runners. Brown with 5 stolen bases leads at first. The 0-1 is a slider and a swing to miss. No balls and 2 strikes. For Ingle, his RBI last night, Sam, was his first of the summer and his 23 games played. And what a big one. Chatham had a flyover yesterday. Special broadcasters on the mic. It was a celebration at Veterans Field, and it ended with a celebratory victory. Brown at first, the 0-2. Slider on the outer edge, strike 3 call. Joseph Caraco rings up Cooper Ingle. There's the first strikeout for Connor Markle. It comes via the backwards K. And here's Johnny Castagnazzi, 1 out, 2 out, 1 on. In the top of the first, no score between Chatham and YD. First base umpire is James Fonseca. At third, Rick Emerson. The guys wearing the bright blue shirts. Third baseman Emerson is up the middle with a runner at first in Brown. Opening offering, fastball on the outside edge to the righty Castagnazzi. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Johnny, who doubled in his lone at-bat against the Whitey Red Sox last time these 2 teams played on the 30th. 0-1. Fastball misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The black barrel of that bat and a blue arm sleeve on the right arm of Castagnazzi. headed to UNC to wear more blue. Brown leads at first. Right arm dangles in between his legs. 1-1. Slider ripped into left field. A base hit. Rounding second with a big turn, stopping there as the left fielder Schliger is able to cut off the ball. Brown holds. On to first goes Castagnazzi. And there's 2 on with 2 out. 2 hits already in this top of the first for Chatham. And now a chance with a runner in scoring position to take a 1-0 lead. Here's Lyle Miller-Green, who led the Cape in RBIs a season ago. Right-handed batter, spent last spring at Oklahoma State, heading to Austin Peay. Wearing those bright orange shoes. Waves the bat, belt high. Stares in. Markle deals to the ready. Fastball. Paints the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. DeLeo grounded to third. Brown with a bunt single reached first. Engel struck out looking. Castagnazzi hit 1 to left. 2 on, 2 out, top 1. Chatham looking for an early lead. 0-1. Just misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. An Angler team that is 0-9-3 on the road this summer. They sit bottom of the Eastern Division. Meanwhile, the Red Sox, the leading team in the East. Closed off stance for Miller-Green, 1-1. And he takes a fastball high. 2 balls and a strike from Markle to Lyle. Lyle a season ago, 248 average for Chatham, 28 batted in. A guy who will be going to his 4th college in 4 years. Started his career at George Mason, then Chipola. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Nasty changeup. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 on. Spent last year at Oklahoma State. A journeyman in college baseball. And out of high school, Sammy was committed to Virginia Tech.
Quite the journey.
Quite the journey indeed. 2 on, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chases the changeup. Markle gets out of the frame. 2 hits, 2 left on. None come across. Bottom 1 coming your way here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. No score between Chatham and YD.
T-Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Carlo?
Thanks so much, Sam. We welcome you into the bottom of the first inning here at Red Wilson Field. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz. No score between the Chatham Anglers and the YD Red Sox. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Red Sox. It begins with Luke Schliger, the junior from Maryland. Chase Mydroff, the junior from USD, bats second. Cole Carrick out of San Diego State bats third. Mike Bovey cleans things up out of Omaha. Caden Connor bats fifth out of Cal State Fullerton. In the sixth spot, it's Hunter Haas out of Texas A&M. Jordan Thompson from LSU bats seventh. Homer Bush Jr. in the transfer portal, spent last spring at Grand Canyon, bats eighth. And Fernando Gonzalez from the Peach State, that's Georgia, bats ninth. The starting pitcher is Alex McFarland, Sam, a guy the Red Sox have seen before, and he put on a show in just the 2 batters he faced.
Yeah, that was back on June the 24th here at Red Wilson Field. That was his first appearance of the summer, and he touched 98. He's not a guy that's going to go very deep into this game. He's not stretched out per se. He's only gone 2 innings in an outing this summer. That's the most he's gone in an outing, but see how far Chatham pushes him in this one, and We'll see the velocity readings because he's just a fastball slider guy, but he'll get it up into the upper 90s, at least at the beginning of this outing.
Faces off against the left-handed bat of Luke Schliger. The righty on the mound, kicks and deals. Schliger swings and fights off a fastball down the left field line. Foul, no balls and 1 strike. From McFarland, see that fastball slider change. Long shadows here at Red Wilson Field down the left field line. Flag it blowing in left, 0-1. Schliger takes a change in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He will feature a changeup, but not a lot of them. That's the scouting report on McFarland, is that it's mostly that fastball in the upper 90s and a tight slider.
1-1, there's the slider. And misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Schliger has reached in 6 straight games for YD, playing left today, 2-1. And he takes fastball low. 3 balls and a strike. Luke has not played left since Game 6 of the summer, in which he almost made a heroic effort on a headfirst dive. 3-1. And he takes ball 4, low and inside, skips back to the backstop. Schliger heads down to first, a leadoff walk from McFarland. Let's get you the defense for this Chatham team. It's Travinsky behind the plate. Mitch Daly is at third. Marcus Brown at short. Rock Riggio at second. Johnny Castanazzi at first. Lyle Miller Green is in right. Jake DeLeo in center. And Chuck Ingram in left. Chuck Ingram. That's right.
Cooper Ingle
Cooper
and Chuck Ingram, yes.
Got to keep those straight.
Those C first names with the I last names, with the ING last names.
Schliger at first, good speed, has a couple stolen bases this summer. Right into bat of Mydroff looks in and takes a first pitch slider for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. McFarland making his first start of the summer has allowed just 4 hits, no earned runs. No score, bottom 1, 0-1, fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chatham picked up 2 hits in the top of the first. Did not have a run come across. Mydroff, whose days are numbered here in a Red Sox uniform. 1-1, and he swings and rolls 1 foul, third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And YD is going to miss him. Mentioned earlier in the game how Cooper Ingle leads the Cape in on-base percentage. Mydroff is on his heels, second at a .433 average. Reached in all but 1 game this summer. That was the first one he played in. Schliger at first, nobody out. There he goes. 1-2, misses well inside. The throw on second is not in time. Luke Schliger steals another base. That's his 4th of the summer. Catcher hits leadoff and steals second, and a runner in scoring position. A 2-2 count here to Mydroff.
Always a weapon when your leadoff guy can steal bases after getting on base, especially if he's a catcher by trade. I know he's in left field today, but Luke primarily a backstop.
2-2 to Mydroff, and he swings and fights off a fastball down the right field line. Playing left today, but how many catchers, Sam, can steal bases? That's already a plus. And then also hit leadoff. Looking at a guy who, if he does one of those things, you're saying, wow, he's really versatile. He does both of those things.
And he does them both well. He's an accomplished base stealer, 14 out of 20 this year for Maryland, and a huge on-base guy with lots of walks.
Schliger leads at second, and a swing and a miss from Mydroff as he foul taps a changeup into the glove of Travinsky. There's 1 away. Taves Mydroff strikes out. Schliger holds at second. And here's Cole Carrick. First strikeout for Alex McFarland. And a big one there because even if Mydroff puts one in play, maybe you get Schliger to third and the sacrifice fly is in play, but now Red Sox are going to have to move Schliger around. 1 out, bottom 1, no score, Chatham and YD. Red Sox starting a 3-game homestand. First pitch to the switch-hitting lefty. He takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. There's the fastball. Carrick, who enters today, top 5 on the Cape in average. His last 5 games hitting nearly 400. Long blonde hair flowing out of the back of the helmet. A black arm sleeve on that left arm, and McFarland looks back towards second. Schliger takes 2 paces towards the bag in that white uniform, covered in some dirt, but doesn't step on it, and retakes his lead. A good crowd on hand for this Sunday afternoon matchup. 0-1. Carrick bounces one on 2 hops right towards short. Shortstop Brown gloves it head high, fires a bullet to first in time for the out. 2 away, Schliger on to third, and now YD trying to salvage the leadoff runner reaching at the bottom of the first. Here's Mike Bovey. Carrick just getting on top of that one. And here's the cleanup hitter, left-handed bat of Bovey. About 3 or 4 rows of lawn chairs down the left field line, down the right field line. The sun is out, but it's not too warm. Flag quiet in left. Defense straight away. First pitch to Bovey. It's a fastball that misses downstairs and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Bovey, who's got 3 hits in his last 5 games, starting to find a rhythm here. 1-0. And he takes changeup at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike with a double yesterday. Ball that 1 hop the fence at Wareham. Schliger leads at third. He's the go-ahead run. No score bottom of the first. Chatham and YD. 1-1. Fastball off the outer edge. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like the velocity readings in this one were getting consistently at 96 miles an hour on the fastball from McFarland.
See if the YD bats can catch up to it. 2-1. Bovey taps one back to the screen right at us. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at third and 2 outs. Mike looking for an RBI. A guy who's 5th on the Cape in runs and walks, 4th in on-base percentage, one of the best hitters. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He chases a changeup and strikes out to end the first. 1 walk, 1 left on at third base, but the YD Red Sox unable to capitalize on Schliger reaching on a leadoff walk. We head to the second inning, no score through a frame here at Red Wilson Field between the Chatham Anglers and the YD Red Sox. Cape Cod Veterinary Specialist offers premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis. Learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialist.com. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz as we begin the top of the second inning here at Red Wilson Field. Both the Anglers and the YD Red Sox bringing runners into scoring position, Sam, in that first frame, but nobody coming away with a run. As we welcome you to the top of the second, Mitchell Daly, Rock Riggio, Hayden Travinsky due up for the Chatham Anglers. The 6, 7, 8 spots for the team from Chatham. Daly, a freshman from Texas. Right-handed batter looks on towards the lefty Marco. First pitch home. Slider misses away. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Daly hitting 182, 1-0. Change up low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. No wind here at Red Wilson. No clouds. Another gorgeous day on Cape. 2-0. Fastball. Carved down the right field line. Foul. They count 2 balls and a strike. Daly has 2 hits on the summer in 11 at-bats. Both of them came on the same day, on July 7th against Brewster in the 9-6 loss. 2-1. He looks at a fastball that just misses away. 3 balls and a strike to the freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. Daly, who made his Angler debut when these teams last faced off. 3-1, strike at the knees. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Struck out in his lone at-bat. A guy from a military family. Moved 7 times as a kid. 3-2 down the hill. He swings and lifts one foul down the right field line. A kid in a neon green shirt goes sprinting after it. And then one of the Chatham Anglers players in the bullpen goes running after it and beats all the kids to it down that right field line and then throws it to him. There's about 4 or 5 kids went racing after the ball. 3-2. Fastball at the top of the zone. Strike 3 call. Daly goes down looking. 3rd strikeout for Connor Markle, who begins the second how he ended the first. There's one away. No score here between YD and Chatham. And up stands Rock Riggio, left-handed batter. Before today's game here at Red Wilson, we had motorcycles go in a circle around Red Wilson Field, honoring veterans before the game. First pitch to the lefty. Fastball down Broadway for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike with the bases empty and 1 out in the top of the second. And as every motorcycle passed the Chatham dugout, 0-1. Riggio swings and misses at a slider. No balls and 2 strikes quickly to him. Rock was enthusiastic, screaming, cheering. He loved the motorcycles. Open stance in those bright orange shoes. Here comes the 0-2. And he looks at strike 3 on the outer edge. Connor Markle sits down 3 in a row via the strikeout. That one looking to Riggio. And there's 2 away quickly. 4 strikeouts now for Connor Markle.
And 3 of them have been looking strikeouts, which is, I think, interesting that Connor's getting them fooled enough that he can dot the corners and get those called 3rd strikes.
Here's the righty Hayden Travinsky with 2 outs and nobody on. And he swings at a first pitch fastball and sends one for a souvenir back behind the Chatham dugout. No balls and 1 strike to him. Top 2, 2 outs, nobody on. Markle with 4 Ks has matched his total from his last outing against Hyannis, the 0-1. Fastball skips in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. In which in 5 innings, he was able to strike out 4. Shift is on for Travinsky. Second baseman Mydroff playing up the middle. 1-1, swing and a miss on the change. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Connor Markle with a chance to strike out 4 in a row. Markle stares in, exhales, working from the third base side of the rubber. He kicks, 1-2. Fastball misses low and in. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. Travinsky, the catcher today out of LSU, in his first matchup against these Red Sox. An open stance, holds the bat behind that blue helmet. Here's the 2-2. Backdoor fastball? No. Maybe the slider. And the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Travinsky. Travinsky playing in just his 11th game. 3-2. And he swings and rolls one on the ground, left side, right at the shortstop. Hunter Haas vacuums it up, throws across the diamond to first in plenty of time. And a 1-2-3 inning for Connor Markle, who strikes out 2 of the 3 he faces. We head to the bottom of the second here at Red Wilson Field. No score between YD and Chatham. Due up for the Red Sox, Connor, Haas, and Thompson. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love, playing from the Baseball Diamond to many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more. No one's winning in this one at Red Wilson Field, that is so far. Bottom of the second inning, no score between the Chatham Anglers and the Whitey Red Sox. Connor Markle finding his rhythm in that top of the second, striking out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. And Alex McFarland, who has 2 strikeouts to his name, begins the bottom of the second. Caden Connor, Hunter Haas, Jordan Thompson all due up. 5, 6, and 7 for YD. On a Sunday afternoon, thanks so much for spending it with us here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. YD Red Sox, the leaders in the Eastern Division, taking on the Chatham Anglers, who sit in last place in the East. Connor, a left-handed batter, looks on. First pitch from the right. Fastball high. And catches the top of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Caden Connor, who has scored a run in 6 of his last 8 games he has started. When he gets on base, good things happen. 0-1. Changeup misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Red Sox still looking for their first hit. Did have a runner at third in that bottom of the first, but Schliger was left stranded, reached on a walk. 1-1, fastball away. 2 balls and a strike. McFarland has not gone more than 2 innings, and this is his first start, so we'll see how long Tom Holliday has him go. 2-1, fastball, nicks the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, with nobody out and nobody on. No score in the bottom of the second. Red Sox have won 4 in a row against these Anglers dating back to last year. 2-2. Changeup away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The last time Chatham beat YD was here at Red Wilson 360 days ago. July 15th. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Caden Connor. Bases empty, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4, low and in. Caden Connor jogs down to first. Changeup can't find the strike zone. Second walk relinquished by McFarland, and both walks beginning a frame. We'll see if this time YD can take advantage of the leadoff batter reaching. Here's the right-handed bat of Hunter Haas. Hunter, who has been batting in the 2 spot for about a week this season. First pitch to the righty, and he swings and cranks one into left center field, a base hit. Cut off by the center fielder, DeLeo. Rounding second, heading for third is Connor. He's in, sliding without a throw. DeLeo's throw is cut off by the shortstop, Brown. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And a great start to the bottom of the second for the YD Red Sox. They have the go-ahead run at third in the bottom of the second.
Pretty good piece of hitting there by Hunter Haas, just hunting fastball against the guy who throws hard. He was ready for it. He got a first pitch heater, and he didn't miss it. A line drive single, well placed to get Caden over to third. Good start here in the second for the Red Sox and trying to make something of it.
On a cloudless, sunny afternoon here in South Yarmouth, flag quiet in center for the Red Sox. Right-handed bat of Jordan Thompson swings at the first pitch, misses the slider. No balls and 1 strike. On a Haas at first, Caden Connor at third, and Jordan Thompson, who had a big 2 RBI single yesterday, looking for another RBI here today. Decent arms in the outfield in DeLeo and Ingram, and Miller Green in right. 0-1. And Thompson lays down a bunt, a good one, down the first base line. Coming home and scoring with ease is Caden Connor. The catcher McFarland scoops up the bunt, underhand flips to first for the out, and it's an RBI sacrifice bunt for Jordan Thompson, and the YD Red Sox have a 1-0 lead over the Chatham Anglers in the bottom of the second.
It's well executed. That's a really nicely placed bunt by Jordan Thompson along the first baseline, allowing Caden Connor to see that it gets down and follow that ball home.
And Hunter Haas moves up to second on the play, so still a runner in scoring position. Red Sox on the board, up 1-0. And here's the right-handed bat of Homer Bush Jr. Stands quietly in that batter's box. First pitch, And he takes a fastball that misses inside, gets away from Travinsky. Haas running on the play is down to third. Ball trickled down the third base line away from the glove of Travinsky, popped out of the leather. Now a runner 90 feet away with one out. The sacrifice fly in play for Homer Bush Jr. 1-0, YD leads Chatham in the bottom of the second. Well, opportunity brewing for this YD team, Sam, that does it so much via small ball. They've had one extra base hit in each of their last 3 games. Let's see if they can bring home another run. 1-0. Fastball catches low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 1 hit, but 1 run for YD, who face Brewster or Chatham in 6 of their next 7. Infield comes in, toes on the infield grass. 1-1. Bush swings, slow Rooper down the third base line. Coming home with it, the third baseman Daly, as he throws to Javinsky, who chases down Hunter Haas and tags him out. At first, Homer Bush Jr. stays there after grounding out. And a fielder's choice, he reaches. Haas goes back to the dugout. There's 2 away with 1 on. And here's Fernando Gonzalez, the 9-hole hitter. Hunter Haas tried to buy Homer Bush Jr. time to get to second by retreating back to third, but Travinsky was able to slap him in the back for the tag. 2 out, 1 on, 1-0 YD leads Chatham. Infield now playing back with 2 outs. And Fernando Gonzalez, the right-handed batter out of Georgia, looks in. And McFarland throws down to first. Homer Bush back on a head-first slide as that white uniform turns brown. Fernando, who was recruited to Georgia after summer ball, first pitch to him. It's a fastball that misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Came to the U.S. at age 16. And he believes because of that, he matured a lot quicker, came here to play baseball. A guy who didn't grow up catching. 1-0. Swing and a miss at a slider, throw back to first, and back on a head-first slide safely is Homer Bush Jr. Swipe tag applied by Castagnazzi, but unable to snag the jersey of Bush Jr. First started catching at the age of 14 with the Panama national team. Started playing baseball as a pitcher and a shortstop. 1-1, and he swings and misses. Changeup gets him to chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at first. 1-0. YD leads Chatham. He was thrown in there to play catcher and immediately fell in love. One of the reasons he loves being behind the dish, the ability to control the game. Feels much more involved on a pitch-by-pitch basis. 1-2, Bush running, swing and a miss by Gonzalez. That's out number 3, and that ends the bottom of the second. A strikeout from McFarland closes the book on the second inning, but the Whitey Red Sox do bring home a run on 1 hit and 1 left on. We head to the third, 1-0. YD leads Chatham. Well, hello from Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28. The entire crew from Captain Parker's wants to give a big salute to Cape Cod baseball, especially the young players that have dedicated so much time and effort to baseball, America's pastime. So, join us for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of our world-famous clam chowder. Captain Parker's, easy to find, awfully hard to leave. We welcome you into the third inning here at Red Wilson Field, where the Whitey Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers by a score of 1-0 after picking up a run on a Jordan Thompson sacrifice bunt in the bottom of the second inning. Red Sox are looking for their 5th straight win dating back to last year against this Angler team from Chatham. Due up in this top of the third, it's Chuck Ingram, Jake DeLeo, and Marcus Brown. 9-1-2 for the visitors in blue, facing Connor Markle, who has 4 strikeouts in 2 frames. Chuck Ingram out of Wichita State, 0 for 15 over his last 7 games, looking for his first hit in July. The right-handed batter looks on towards the left-handed pitcher of Markle. First pitch down the hill. Swing and a miss. Changeup gets him to chase in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Shadows covering foul territory down the left field line and behind home plate, but none on the field of play. 0-1. Slider misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans in their lawn chairs behind home, down the left field line, and in left center field, which has always been a popular spot. 1-1. Changeup off the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Sam, I don't know what it is about being underneath the scoreboard, but it seems like when they're seating in the outfield past that see-through fence, people always hang out in left center. 2-1. Fastball at the knees. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ingram.
I think the fans out in straightaway right a little off behind Cole Carrick right now have the right idea. Some shade out there underneath the trees. I think that's where I'd be.
2-2. Swinging a big chopper foul behind Fernando Gonzalez, back towards the backstop. Cole Carrick, who is shaded well over to the right, almost in the gap in right center field. The left fielder, Luke Schliger, playing just his second game this summer in left, is shaded over in the gap in left center. And Homer Bush, the right fielder, down the line. Here's the 2-2 from Markle. Changeup misses low, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight full count. Markle got Travinsky to ground out to short to end the second. Nobody out. 1-0 YD leads Chatham. Here's the 3-2. Fastball hit sharply on the ground to third. Gobbled up by the third baseman, Jordan Thompson. He throws across the diamond. Good pick by the first baseman, Caden Connor. There's 1 away. Jordan Thompson has been busy at that hot corner. There's 1 out and nobody on. 1-0 YD leads Chatham. And the lineup card flips. Here's Jake DeLeo. DeLeo, who is known more of a old-timey type player. A guy who, in his family's backyards, would put on 5-pound gloves, pick up a weighted bat, and smack an 18-wheeler tire to make his hands feel lighter. First pitch to the righty. And he swings and hits one off the end of the bat slowly towards second. Mydroff charging. The second baseman gloves belt high. Overhand flips to first. Quickly, 2 gone. We'll get you that story later in the broadcast. But it's a good one by Anish Vasudevan out of the Angler News, one of the writers for Chatham. 2 outs, bases empty. Another 1-2-3 inning brewing for Markle. He's retired 6 in a row since allowing 2 to reach in the first. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-0 YD. Here's the switch hitting Marcus Brown, batting from the left side. Lefty on lefty, Markle deals. Brown swings and foul taps one into the glove of Gonzalez. No balls and 1 strike. Something that Markle's doing really well today, Sam, getting ahead of these Chatham batters.
He's been excellent, hasn't really fallen behind guys. Talk about the walks pregame, doesn't have one yet.
0-1, slider misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shift is on the defensive side on the infield. Everybody swung over to the right. Shortstop Hunter Haas playing to the right of second base. Mydroff, the second baseman, is in the hole. 1-1. Slider off the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Marcus Brown, who uses Win Reality, a NIL deal. That's a VR headset. 2-1. He swings and hits one sharply on the ground, ranging to his left, the shortstop, Hunter Haas. He lobs to first, and in plenty of time, there's the final out of the top of the third. 3 ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to second, 1 to short. Connor Markle keeping his infield busy. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0. YD leads Chatham. MP Sports Cards, proud to sponsor the Kids Baseball Clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded cards, supplies, and more. A local favorite for hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts, and of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop in our store and mention code Red Sox to get one free pack of 2022 Topps Baseball. Update with any purchase. Some exclusions may apply. Visit us at 71 Main Street, Carver, Massachusetts, or online at mpsportscards.com. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz, our producer Zack Clapp. Bottom of the third inning coming your way here at Red Wilson Field with the Whitey Red Sox hang a 1-0 lead over the Chatham Anglers. Top of the lineup due up, Schliger, Mydroff, and Cole Carrig to face the righty Alex McFarland, who officially begins his longest outing of the summer. From the first base side of the rubber, he kicks and deals, and Schliger looks at a changeup low. And the count 1 and no strikes. McFarland making his first start, 1-0. Fastball misses well away. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a Chatham Angler throwing a football in the bullpen for Chatham, but nobody warming up. 2-0. Schliger takes a fastball that catches the outside part of the plate. He shakes his head with a jet black mustache. Doesn't agree. 2 balls and a strike with nobody out. McFarland's 2-1. Schliger fights off a fastball, sends it over the trees, and it lands just below. A couple fans who were just hanging out pick up the baseball. Right underneath us is where the scouts sit. There is a netting above that area. 2-2. Look out, up and in. Schliger backs up, puts his hands above his head, and takes ball 3 on the inner edge. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But just to the left of that netting, a fan saw the ball land just next to them off the ricochet. 3-2. Schliger swings and misses at a fastball and strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for Alex McFarland begins the bottom of the third inning. On a 3-2 offering. And in stands Chase Mydroff with 1 out and nobody on. 1-0 YD leads on a cloudless, beautiful day at Red Wilson Field. YD Red Sox will play 3 in a row here at Red Wilson. Sun high above, long shadows atop the mound for McFarland. First pitch to the righty Mydroff is a fastball inside. Chase has to bend back. Almost took that one in the stomach. The count 1 and no strikes. No wind. The trees are quiet across center field. 1-0. Mydroff takes a fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes. Our fans murring about throughout Red Wilson down the left field line. Bunch of kids playing catch out in left center. McFarland's 2-0. Almost catches Chase. He spins in the batter's box, and that got him. On the left hip, Chase Mydroff not happy. McFarland sits about 96, and Chase just took a bruise, and he'll jog down to first on the free ride. 1 on with 1 out in the bottom of the third.
I don't think it caught him flush. I think it skimmed him, but still hurts, I would imagine.
You don't want to see 96 coming at you in any fashion. As Mydroff heads down to first, and we're going to have a mound visit. Again, nobody warming up for Chatham. So imagine just a conversation with McFarland, his catcher Travinsky. Due up is Cole Carrig, a switch hitter batting from the left side. Mydroff at first. Red Sox able to get a run in the bottom of the second to lead 1-0. And we'll see if Cole Carrig, who has been one of the best hitters on this roster as of late, can keep Mydroff moving. Travinsky in his catcher's gear with shades of purple. The catcher from LSU. The appropriate colors. Gets behind the plate. Carrig digs in. Mydroff leads at first with 1 out. Middle infield in double play depth. First pitch home. Carrig takes a fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes. Alex McFarland, a Chatham returner from St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. Peeks over his left shoulder towards first. Is 1-0. Carrig checks his swing and looks at a strike. Catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. His last outing came at Orleans in a 1-0 Chatham loss. Gave up 3 hits, no runs, in 2 innings of work. 1-1 is a fastball away. 2 balls and a strike. Carrig and then Bovee. Red Sox have had somebody reach in all 3 frames. Trying to win their second straight here in July. 2-1. Carrig bloops one into left center field towards no man's land. It drops for a base hit. Mydroff holds it second. Cool. With a bloop single into left center. There's 2 on with 1 out. Here's Mike Bovee.
Seems to just find a way to get his hits, even if he doesn't always hit them hard. Cole seems to have a talent of finding space in the outfield, hitting it where fielders aren't, and that's half the battle, Carlo.
Mike Bovee, the left-handed batter, digs in. Carrig, the only batter in this Whitey lineup, hitting north of 300. And with great speed, tied for the league lead on Cape. In stolen bases, he's at first. Mydroff at second. First pitch to lefty Bovee is a fastball off the outer edge. 1 ball and no strikes. Third straight inning, the Red Sox have had a runner in scoring position. A team that bats just above 230 with runners in scoring position. 1-0. Bovee takes low on the change. 2 balls and no strikes. Mike, who always works a good at-bat, struck out swinging to end the first with Luke Schliger at third. 1-0, YD leads Chatham, bottom 3 with 1 out and 2 on, 2-0. Bovee takes strike 1, just paints low and away. There's the fastball, 2 balls and a strike. Trevor Martin is getting warm. The Oklahoma State righty and the pen for the Chatham Anglers. Looking for their first road win of the summer. 0-9-3 coming in. 2-1. Bovee with a half swing as he chases a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. Barrel Mike, as they call him, who started the season blazing hot, has come back down to earth and trying to find a rhythm. A guy who says he just tries to do what he can at the plate. Doesn't try to do too much. 2-2. Bovee swings and misses at a slider. Foul tips one into the glove of Travinsky. Second time Mike Bovee strikes out swinging. And now they say a foul ball. Coming in from third is Rick Emerson, who, talking to home plate umpire Joseph Caraco, said that ball hit the ground, so it should be foul. Tom Holliday berating the umpires from the Chatham bullpen. He doesn't agree at all. Travinsky says he caught it. Technically, Sam, the third base umpire, Emerson, playing up the middle, would have a better view at whether that ball hit the ground. But behind the plate, Caraco should be able to hear that with ease.
It was an immediate reaction by Rick Emerson to come in from his place in the field and tell Joseph Caraco that that was a foul ball, that tipped into the dirt. But we don't have the easiest angle from up here high behind home plate to see whether that ball was tipped at all or hit the ground or not.
The umpires to the left of the mound, talking it over, all three in a circle, and they call Bovey out. So a strikeout ends it. And Tom Holliday screaming towards Rick Emerson. Not happy. Now Scott Pickler wants an explanation. And Tom Holliday now telling McFarland to stay warm and throw the ball. It's Chase Mydroff at second, Cole Carrick at first. 1-0 Whitey leads in the bottom of the third. In a game that has come to a screeching halt because Emerson thought maybe Bovey's foul tip into the glove would have been a foul ball. Pickler still talking with home plate umpire Joseph Caraco. And now Caden Connor comes to the plate after all that. So we're back playing baseball. Mydroff at second, Carrick at first. 1-0 Whitey leads, looking for more offense and trying to add to their lead in the bottom of the third, taking on Chatham, who with just 6 wins on the summer, record-wise, the worst team on Cape. McFarland stares in, trying to find a rhythm. 4 strikeouts for him. He's worked out of traffic in his first start of the summer. Opening offering, fastball, misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Anglers looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in back-to-back days this summer. They won 2 in a row once, but that was on the same day against Wareham in a doubleheader. 1-0. Fastball away. 2 balls and no strikes to Caden Connor, who walked and scored the only run of the game back in the second. Connor digs back in, taps the plate twice, swings the wood at the belt, and holds it on the left shoulder. 2 on, 2 out, 2-0. Breaking ball misses off the outer edge. 3 balls and no strike. Continues. 3-0. Connor shows down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Whitey, Red Sox dugout, not happy. Looking towards
to throw consistently. 2-2, missed away, and the count runs full. Runner on first, nobody out. Red Sox leading 1-0, a full count to Johnny Castagnazzi. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, he got him out in front of a changeup. 5th strikeout for Connor Markle. That's the first out here in the 4th. Holding on at first is Cooper Engel. And here's Lyle Miller Green, the right fielder. He struck out his first time. First pitch. Changeup floats away. And they count 1-0 on Lyle Miller Green, who has had an interesting journey, not just in college baseball, but in life. Talked earlier about the fact that he has been with 4 different collegiate programs. George Mason, Chippewa College, Oklahoma State, and is headed off to Austin Peay. So 1-0 is just off the corner. Count 2-0 on him, but his journey geographically did not just take him through college baseball. It actually brought him to the United States all the way from Siberia. Lyle was adopted out of Tomsk, Siberia. 2-0. Swing and a miss out in front of that changeup. Markle pulled the string. Count 2-1. His mother, Stephanie Miller, traveled to Tomsk to adopt him because the adoption process in the U.S. was too long and complicated. So she went to an orphanage. 2-1, fastball missed away. The count 3-1 on Lyle Miller Green, whose birth name was Oleg Sergeyevich Kornev. Hope I pronounced that right.
Did your best job. Sounded right to me.
And found his way here on a baseball field. 3-1, swing and a miss. So the count runs full on second straight hitter. Leadoff single by Cooper Ingle. Castagnazzi struck out. And the count full here on the reigning Cape Cod League RBI champion, Lyle Miller Green, who drove in 28 a summer ago. 3-2. And it missed down and in for ball 4. Didn't miss by much. But Joseph Caraco said it was in. First walk for Connor Markle in this ball game. And here's Mitch Daly. Daly took a called third strike his first time. Daly, the Huntsville, Alabama native, who plays for Texas. Still trying to pick it up, just in his 7th game as an angler, hitting 182. Right-hand hitter, first pitch is a fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. Daly, an Army brat who moved around a lot as a kid. Watching in 0-1, head home. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Another changeup that gets another angler out in front. It was a difficult year on the baseball field for Daly. In his sophomore season, he hit .237. That was after he was a all Big 12 first teamer as a freshman, which he hit .316. 0-2, missed away a fastball. Once a highly recruited prospect out of Alabama, the #1 shortstop in the state before heading off to Texas. He's got 2 on and 1 out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Another changeup and another strikeout for Connor Markle. Make it 6-2 here in this 4th inning. And he's an out away from stepping out of this jam. He'll have to get through Rock Riggio, who he struck out his first time. Noticing a trend here.
Again, a Chatham team who has struck out 19 more times than any other team coming into today continues to be their Achilles heel.
And Rock Riggio in particular has 20 strikeouts and 56 at-bats coming into this game. First pitch to him is lifted in the air to left, hit pretty well. Luke Schliger going back over towards the line. He won't get there. It's down for a base hit. It'll score 1. And here comes Miller Green to the plate. He will score standing. It's a 2-run double for Rock Riggio to turn this game over. Chatham now leads 2-1. And you see there the inexperience in left field by Luke Schliger, a catcher by trade on a day where the Red Sox have lost 2 position players for the rest of the season, with Drew Bowser and Paz Ferreras leaving the team. Scott Pickler having to get a little creative with his lineup construction, trying to get as many left-hand hitters in the lineup as possible, putting Schliger out in left field for the 2nd time this summer, and that perhaps a catchable baseball. Here's Hayden Travinski, first pitch to him with Riggio dancing off the bag. It's low. A 2-1 Anglers lead now here in the 4th inning on a fly ball double by Rock Riggio. His first double of the summer, RBIs 5 and 6 for the Oklahoma State infielder. He stands at second with 2 out. Infield shifts to the pull side against the right-hand hitting Travinski. 1-0, a check swing tapper up the third baseline. It curls foul. And Rock Riggio sprinting around the infield as he never really stopped running. He arrives safely back at second base where he started.
And that's a tough pill to swallow there if you're Connor Markle. What usually would be a routine out. And at least if that ball gets down only 1 run, if maybe somebody like Jack Costello is playing left, but Schliger, not a whole lot of experience in left field, couldn't find that baseball.
1-1. Taken on the outside corner, a fastball. Count 1-2. The wind is swirling a little bit towards left. There's a light breeze blowing out that way, and that ball got taken towards the fence and down the line, away from Schliger, who wound up diving for it, but couldn't come up with it. 1-2. Taken off the plate away, a fastball. Close pitch. Markle will have to throw at least one more as the count runs to 2-2 on the LSU catcher, Hayden Travinski. In a crouch, his hands held high, a two-tone bat with a red handle, black barrel. 2-2. Slider in there, strike 3 called. He got him over the outside corner. And Markle works through it after the 2-run double by Rock Riggio flips the score in this game. A 2-1 Chatham lead. Red Sox coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th, now trailing for the first time today. We'll be right back. Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of the program, the Whitey Red Sox and all Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This special weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays, sponsored by Zephyr Hats, the Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and first responders and join the Red Sox by wearing red each Friday. A new pitcher out on the mound for the Anglers after Alex McFarland goes the first 3. Gives up a run on just 2 hits with a pair of walks, but keeps the Anglers close. They now have a lead. It's Trevor Martin, the right-hander out of Oklahoma State, will make his second appearance of the summer for the Anglers. The first one was a good one back on July the 4th against Orleans. He threw 3 scoreless frames with 5 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits. A returner for the Anglers, who made 8 appearances a summer ago for Chatham, pitching to a sub-3 ERA at 2.79. He gets Hunter Haas, Jordan Thompson, Homer Bush. That's 6, 7, 8 in the Red Sox lineup, with the Red Sox now trailing 2-1 here at Red Wilson Field on a very sunny July the 10th. Beautiful Sunday. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. We thank you for joining us. First one to Hunter Haas. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. 0-1. Hunter Haas swung at the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat, lined to single. Red Sox getting their run in the second. Haas is hit in the middle of that. 0-1 from Martin. Fastball off the outside corner. Anglers scoring a pair in the top of the 4th, thanks to a Rock Riggio fly ball double. that perhaps was misplayed a little bit by Luke Schliger down the left field line. 1-1 is popped foul and out of play right side. Things went well for Hunter Haas the last time that these two teams squared off. Hitting his first and so far only home run of the season at Veterans Field against these Chatham Anglers. Facing a 1-2. Low for ball 2. Count runs even on Hunter Haas, who will be the newest Texas A&M Aggie in the fall as he finds a new home in the transfer portal, as so many players have taken advantage of the new transfer system in college sports of late. 2-2. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 3. Got him. The slider from Trevor Martin. He strikes out Haas. Gets his first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Jordan Thompson. McFarland struck out 5 over his 3 frames, so the 6th Red Sox batter who has struck out in this game. Jordan Thompson drove home the Red Sox run with a sacrifice bunt in his first time up. Right-hand hitter, first pitch, slider, drops in strike 1. Martin working out of the full windup. 0-1. Is lined into left, the base hit. 1 hop in front of Chuck Ingram. 1 out single for Jordan Thompson. Brings up Homer Bush with a man on. Jordan's batting average continues to climb a few ticks every day. He went 1 for 3 against the Gateman yesterday at Spillane Field to raise his average to still a paltry 167, but it is getting a little bit higher from where it had been. Now a little higher even still. First one to Bush. Taken low, fastball. Homer, his first time up, came up with runners on the corners and only 1 out and chopped one slowly to third base that turned into a fielder's choice with Hunter Haas being thrown out at home. 1-0 in the dirt, a slider, good block by Hayden Travinsky. Homer had a nice day yesterday. 1 for 2, a single, a stolen base. He scored a run. In a 2-0 count here. Here it comes. Low for ball 3. So Bush well ahead here. Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher in the on-deck circle. Red Sox trying to rally here in the 4th after surrendering the lead to an Anglers team trying to win their 2nd straight game, 3-0. Upstairs on the top of the strike zone, a fastball. The count 3-1 on Bush. Speaking of the transfer portal, Homer Bush is technically in said transfer portal at the moment. 3-1. Low for ball 4. Single and a walk with 1 out. Give the Red Sox a chance to at least even this game up. It's the 5th walk Homer has drawn this summer and the 3rd walk that a Red Sox has drawn in this game. Homer and Connor Markle, the 2 GCU products on this roster, get a mound visit here to Trevor Martin. Both GCU products on the Red Sox roster are in the transfer portal. That was because of a late change in the coaching staff with their head coach leaving to take a job at ASU. So a few players who were able to get their names into the transfer portal did just that, Markle and Bush among them. Unknown as of yet where exactly they will head to, if anywhere. Staying in GCU, at least for Homer Bush, seems to be very much a real option, according to him. He's comfortable with the coaching hires they've made. Looks like LeBaron Johnson is up in the bullpen for Chatham. Here's Fernando Gonzalez, 2 on, 1 out. First pitch. Slider missed away. He held up on it. And the count 1-0 on Fernando Gonzalez, who struck out his first time.
Second straight inning that the Red Sox have had 2 on and 1 out. Last time left them both stranded. See if they can take advantage here in the 4th inning.
1-0. Fastball strike over the outside. Looks like Aaron Calhoun is thrown in the Red Sox bullpen as well. Haven't seen Aaron yet. He was activated a couple days ago. 1-1. Off the end of the bat, shallow to right. The right fielder, Miller Green, dives, and he didn't catch it. He trapped it. Everyone moves up 90 safely. The Red Sox still have the bases loaded on a bloop single off the bat of Fernando Gonzalez, who got it just down in front of Lyle Miller Green's glove. And the lineup card flips. Luke Schliger now will hit with the sacks full of Red Sox, and only 1 out. Good job by Thompson and Bush to advance safely after that ball got down. And the Red Sox will try to improve a 139 team batting average that they have with the bases loaded. Schliger's got a walk and a strikeout today. First pitch to him is taken low.
And if there's anybody you want up with the bases loaded, this has to be the guy at the top of the list, Luke Schliger, who works a long at bat every time. He's going to make you throw strikes as a pitcher.
Martin sets. 1-0. Away, another fastball, 2-0 on Luke Schliger, who walks as efficiently as anyone on Cape Cod. He's got 11 this year. On base percentage coming into this game at .431 before he took his 12th walk in the first inning. 2-0 is line towards left center field, a base hit. One runs home, flying around third is Bush. He will score. Ball is bobbled in center. Everyone's moving up to third and second. That's where Gonzalez and Schliger stand. A 2-run single for Luke Schliger. And again, the lead changes. The Red Sox grab a 3-2 lead.
Excellent piece of hitting by Luke Schliger. He gets in a 2-0 count with nowhere to put him. Knows Martin has to come in and gets his first hit with the bases loaded. And YD, after relinquishing those 2 runs on a ball in left that maybe Schliger had a chance on, he gets them right back in the following half inning.
RBIs number 3 and 4 for Schliger, who had an RBI yesterday. So a nice little streak brewing for Schliger. 2 in scoring position, 1 out for Chase Meidroth. First pitch to him, a slider misses away, and it goes to the backstop, and here comes Gonzalez. He scores with a slide. 4-2 Red Sox. On a wild pitch, up to third goes Schliger.
Heads up base running by Gonzalez. It seemed like Schliger started at second. Fernando had a late break, but with this long backstop behind home and a chain link fence where the ball just sits at the back, an easy play. And all of a sudden, Sam, 3 quick runs in the bottom of the 4th.
And another one out there with 1 out, 1-0 count to Meidroth. Infield halfway in. And again, misses in the dirt. A fastball. Travinsky snagging it. And I think now the infield will come all the way in with the shortstop, Marcus Brown. And the second baseman, Rock Riggio, planting their toes on the grass. 2-0 to Meidroth. Upstairs, a fastball. Count 3-0 on Chase, who took a swinging strikeout his first time and was hit by a pitch in his last time up. 3-0, we'll see if he's swinging. Here it comes. He doesn't. It's low for ball 4. Another walk. And Meidroth aboard. Here's Cole Carrig with runners on the corners and only 1 out. And that's Chase Meidroth's 14th walk of the season for one of the best on-base percentage guys on Cape Cod. Came into this game second on the Cape and on base percentage, and with a hit by pitch and a walk, that'll only get higher. Here's Cole Carrig. Cole floated a single over short his last time, 1 for 2 today. Tough guy to double up, but they're playing back in the middle of the infield. Carrig runs well, but they're hoping for a double play chance. Corners are in. First pitch is fought off foul, a little half swing. Count 0-1 on Carrig. Cole's been hot. Has hit safely in 4 of his last 5. Has 8 hits in that span and has driven in 6 as well. Overall has 12 RBIs. 0-1. High fly ball, pretty well hit out to center. DeLeo cutting to his right. He makes the catch. Schliger tags from third and heads on home. It's a sacrifice fly for Cole Carrig and a 5-2 Red Sox lead. They've opened this game up a little bit with a 4-run fourth. Staying at first is Mydroth. That's the second out. Mike Bovey will try to keep things going.
Unlike the third, in which you got 2 on and 1 out and left them both stranded, Whitey taking advantage, starting to bump up that average with runners in scoring position.
Bovey's struck out twice against McFarland. First pitch from Martin is a fastball strike.
Uncharacteristic for Mike, who's only struck out multiple times in a game twice coming into this one.
Oh, 0-1 to Bovey. Fastball away. Bovey had been struggling over his past 12 games or so. Just 5 for 38, but 3 of those 5 hits have come in his last 5 games. He had a long double last night in Wareham, so maybe things perking up for Mike. 1-1. Slider misses low.
Mydroth is getting a big secondary lead over there at first. Travinsky stared down there after that last pitch, but maybe Trace trying to bait a throw, looking for an error, move into scoring position.
It's a 2-1 count, maybe a good count to run on. Here it comes. Fastball on the outside corner. The count 2-2 on Bovey.
Mydroth has stolen 3 bases, and he's 3 for 3. One of just 3 people on Cape who's 100% in their stolen base percentage. When he goes, it usually works.
Two-two. Fought off the other way and just foul. Watch out, Scott Pickler along the third baseline of the coaching box, who has to evacuate. Bovey will see another. Looks like it's Caden Grice who is throwing up in the Chatham bullpen, the big two-way player out of Clemson, a big power-hitting first baseman who can also throw off the mound. The 6'6" left-hander is getting loose for the Anglers.
It's only pitched twice this summer, but one of those was against YD.
2-2 again. Runner goes. Got a good jump and a half swing and a miss for strike 3. A slider running towards Bovey's back foot. That ends the inning. But the Red Sox punch across 4 runs after the Anglers took the lead. The Red Sox grab it right back. We head off to the 5th. Red Sox leading 5-2 here at Red Wilson Field. Red Sox baseball brought to you by Giardino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition. Same family and location for 52 years. Giardino's is part of the community, giving back to many and various organizations. As part of the recognition of YD, Yarmouth Little League Field is named in memory of their dad, who founded the business in 1970. Giardino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide-range menu, sure to please everyone. Give them a try, you will come back. Giardino's at 242 Main Street on Route 28 in West Yarmouth. Or visit giardinosfamilyrestaurant.com. As the fragrant smells of barbecued burgers waft into the broadcast booth, here at Red Wilson Field, the Red Sox make a pitching change. Aaron Calhoun will pitch for the Red Sox for the first time this summer. And Guy Garibay will pinch hit for Chuck Ingram here to kick off the fifth inning. 2 runs for the Anglers in the fourth, 4 runs for the Red Sox in an action-packed fourth inning. Flipping this game over. 1-0 Red Sox, 2-1 Anglers, now 5-2. Calhoun out of Oklahoma replaces Connor Markle. Infield shifts well right on Garibay. Hitting .204, a pair of homers. Left-hand hitter out of Rice. And Calhoun's first offering skips in, goes to the backstop for ball 1. Garibay homered against the Red Sox last time these two teams squared off. That was at Veterans Field. 1-0. In the dirt again. This one a little closer. You count 2-0, though. Garibay hit that homer off Grant Taylor.
One of just 3 hits the Anglers had that night at Veterans Field.
Calhoun got in 12 games this year for the Sooners. Pitched to a 6.00 ERA. Only started one of those games. Only threw a total of 12 innings. 2-0. A fastball strike.
But what YD likes to see, Sam, 9 strikeouts in those 12 frames. A guy who controlled the strike zone.
2-1. Missed inside. Count 3-1 as Garibay has to move his feet. A Pearland, Texas native. Stands just 5'11", 170. A bit of an undersized right-hander, and as such, if you ask him who his favorite baseball player was, it's Marcus Stroman, former Orleans Firebirds. 3-1, ripped down the right field line and foul. Stroman, of course, not even quite 5'11", more like 5'7", 5'8". Now a Chicago Cub, former Blue Jay and Met.
Inducted into the Cape League Hall of Fame this summer.
A good guy to emulate. 3-2. Rolled to the right side and foul. We'll do it again on a payoff pitch to Guy Garibay. Mostly fastballs and sliders from Aaron Calhoun. Can get it up into the mid-90s. From the first base side of the rubber, 3-2. Swing and a miss, he got him off speed pitch. Garibay out in front. Aaron Calhoun strikes out his first hitter as a Red Sox. 1 out here in the 5th.
And maybe what Aaron Calhoun's greatest advantage will be through his first couple of starts is the unknown. A guy who didn't pitch that much, didn't pitch in any game closer than 5 runs except 1 this past year at Oklahoma. And we'll see if the lack of scouting report for hitters works to his advantage.
The final line on Connor Markle's afternoon is 4 innings. He walked 4, gave up 2 runs. First pitch home to Jake DeLeo misses away. Markle walked 1, struck out 7. A good outing for Connor. His team giving him some run support after he departs in a 5-2 game, 1-0. Fastball strike. For the Anglers, the road woes continue. The A's have not yet won a game away from Veterans Field. They have 6 wins on the season total, 1-1. Fastball strike outside corner. All 6 of those wins are at Veterans Field. on the road. In 12 tries, they've lost 9 times and tied thrice. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That was filthy. Running in towards DeLeo. He waves through it. 2 strikeouts for Aaron Calhoun. That one was wicked. Brings up Marcus Brown with 2 out, none on.
Get a little Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State here. But Aaron Calhoun buckling the knees of Jake DeLeo.
Brown has a bunt hit in 2 tries. First pitch, left-hand hitter, swing and a miss. Out in front of that. In our very, very small scouting report that we have on Eric Calhoun, it didn't say anything about a changeup, but there's an 0-1. Is swung on and missed. That one, a fastball running away from him. Looks like he's got a changeup. I believe the first pitch to Brown was one. Infield shifts well right with the third baseman, Jordan Thompson, playing out in the horseshoe and shallow right. Chase Mydroth and Hunter Haas at their standard positions otherwise. And an 0-2 count to Marcus Brown. Here it comes. Upstairs, fastball that he missed well high on. Calhoun sitting about 90-91 with that fastball in this outing. A long hold and a 1-2. Missed away. Red Sox leading 5-2. Top of the 5th on a Sunday evening here at Red Wilson Field. 2-2, missed low. Count runs full on Brown. Second full count of the inning, but that was a batter that Calhoun struck out to lead off the frame guy Garibay. Followed up with a second strikeout to Jake DeLeo here in his summer debut for the Red Sox. Tasked with protecting a 3-run lead. 3-2. Taken in there, strike 3 called over the inside corner. He got him with a fastball. Welcome to Yarmouth, Aaron Calhoun. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. Looking nasty out there. We go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home here at Red Wilson. Red Sox lead the A's 5-2. Hey, business owners, is your website generating the leads and sales that you want it to? If not, contact Devadyme, the official web development company of the YD Red Sox. Devadyme offers a comprehensive website audit that will identify ways to improve your site and increase your ROI. Check out devadyme.com to learn more. Halfway through here at Red Wilson Field, the Red Sox leading the Anglers 5-2. They come to bat against another new pitcher. It's Caden Grice, the left-handed two-way out of Clemson, who makes his 3rd appearance on the mound for Chatham. Grice has primarily been a hitter for the Anglers, just 2 appearances, an inning and 2/3. Last pitched against the Red Sox on June the 30th. First pitch to Caden Connor, misses low. Threw a scoreless inning, a pair of strikeouts with a walk in that frame. Looked pretty good. 6'6" left-hander out of Clemson, who's noted for prodigious raw power as a hitter, but he can bring it up in the low 90s from the left side of the mound. 1-0 down the middle to Caden Connor, who is the lone Red Sox hitter who didn't bat in that big 4-run fourth. Caden's got a walk and a line out today. He's also scored a run. Infield playing him straight up. 1-0. Rolled right side and foul. Grice, a South Carolina native, who has struggled with the swings and misses as a hitter, with 36 strikeouts across 25 games played as an offensive player. An issue that's plagued him at school as well. 1-2 is chopped right side, right at the first baseman Castagnazzi. Plays a high hop, chest high, and goes to the bag in time. 1 away. So Caden Connor retired. Here's Hunter Haas. Took a called third strike to start that 4th inning before all the mayhem ensued. Try to get something going against Caden Grice. First pitch, swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. The count 0-1. Grice is a returning Chatham angler. Got in 9 games last year. Hit a pair of homers. 0-1, another swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. And the count quickly 0-2 on Hunter Haas. Tom Holliday saying preseason he planned to pitch Caden Grice. He didn't lie. 0-2. Swing and a miss. This one in the dirt. And the throw to first is in time. And that's the second out. Looks like we have a new catcher in this game as well.
Playing third base, number 11 from LSU, Jordan Thompson.
It's Jack Rubenstein out of Georgia Tech, who's now catching behind the plate. Doesn't look like there's any other changes in the field. Here's Jordan Thompson. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss. Rubenstein replacing Hayden Travinsky behind the dish. New battery in the game in this inning for Chatham. 2 out, nobody on. 0-1 to Thompson. Swing and a miss. Another swing. That's 5 straight swinging strikes in a row for Caden Grice. 3 in a row to Hunter Haas, and the first 2 to Jordan Thompson. 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, for strike 3 in the dirt. Rubenstein's got to tag him out. He does. How about Caden Grice? Strikes out the last 2 hitters on 3 pitches to finish off a 1-2-3 fifth. We head to the 6th as the Red Sox lead the Anglers here at Red Wilson Field 5-2. We go to the 6th here at Red Wilson Field as Aaron Calhoun heads back to the bump for the Red Sox after striking out all 3 to face him in his first inning of the summer. Cooper Ingle, Johnny Castagnazzi, and Lyle Miller Green. That's 3, 4, 5 for the Anglers to face him here in the top of the 6th. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez and our producer Zack Clapp. The first pitch home is put up in the air towards left. Hit fairly well. Schliger backpedaling, going back, way back towards the fence. He pulls it in, makes the catch. Luke Schliger, he found one. One away. Looking like a catcher out playing the outfield. And it's been an adventure for Luke, as was that play, but he found it. One away against Aaron Calhoun here in the 6th. Brings up Johnny Castagnazzi.
I remember the first day he played left, we went and talked to Luke. Asked him the last time he played left field, he said, Little League.
First one to Castagnazzi is low. It's been a while, and in fact, I thought after that first one we might be done seeing Luke out in left field, but it took about 3 weeks, but he's back out there.
I mean, you want him in the lineup because of his bat.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball. You do. He gets on base more than 40% of the time and looks good doing it. Works deep counts. Makes a lot of contact. Doesn't strike out a ton. Picks up his base hits, too. 1-1. Foul tip held off the mitt of Gonzalez. And with Fernando Gonzalez, who's catching today, being such a accomplished defensive catcher, you want to be able to get him into the field as much as possible, too. But the way that the roster is situated right now for the Red Sox, positionally, there's not a ton of versatility. 1-2 in the dirt. With the 2-man bench right now, Jack Costello is an outfielder. Johnny Long has primarily DH this year and really is a first base only guy when he plays the field. So outside of the 9 that are in the field right now, it's really just Costello as a guy who can play multiple positions. Jack can play the corner outfield spots, can probably fake it in center if you need him to. 2-2. Missed away. Costello is also a guy who has experience on the infield playing some third base before. He'll take some ground balls in I.O. occasionally there too, but he hasn't gotten in a game there for the Red Sox this year. Losing 2 infielders has already hurt the Red Sox. 3-2 is rocketed foul. It forces you to really put Jordan Thompson on the infield, even though he's played a bunch of left field so far this year.
And it's only going to get harder. Chase Mydroff leaves in the middle of next week. Who plays at second? Right now, you don't have somebody to replace him at second base.
3-2 in the dirt for ball 4. Castagnazzi works along plate appearances and takes the walk.
You think about this roster, Sam. I'm not sure who comes in at second for Chase Mydroff, who's been not only one of the more consistent hitters on this team, but one of the more consistent hitters on Cape Cod.
Mydroff has been an important factor for this offense ever since he got here, really. Lyle Miller Green, a strikeout and a walk. Right-hand hitter. Runner on first, 1 out. First pitch. Again, low. Zach Jacobs, also recently activated, is warming up in the Red Sox bullpen, but really just started throwing. He's out of UC Riverside. He was activated today, even though he's been with the team for a few days now. Took Paz Ferreras' spot on the roster. 1-0. Down the middle. Well, it becomes incumbent upon Scott Pickler and his coaching staff to find replacement players, whether that's players who are being released by their Cape teams that you want to pick up, or scooping up players from other leagues. 1-1. Taken on the outside corner of fastball. The NECBL, you can always poach guys out of the NECBL, given the fact that it's also a good collegiate summer league, and geographically is close to Cape Cod for the most part. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew a fastball by him. Fourth strikeout for Aaron Calhoun. Runner Castagnazzi holding at first with now 2 out. And here's Mitch Daly.
And not only do you have to pick up guys, but you really got to pick the right guys, Sam, because rosters are supposed to be finalized in a week's worth of time. July 17th, everyone's supposed to be on a full, so you bring somebody in. You got 2 or 3 games to decide if you want to keep them on the roster.
Well, the right-hand hitter Daly, first pitch to him is swung on and missed a high fastball. We are aware of one reinforcement coming for the Red Sox. We believe that Stanford standout Braden Montgomery will join the Red Sox tomorrow on their workout day at Fenway Park. 0-1. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. Quickly an 0-2 count on Mitch Daly. However, the deal with Montgomery is that he's a two-way player, much like Caden Grice. Perhaps more of an accomplished pitcher than Grice is. But Montgomery is a outfielder when he plays the field, and we're unsure if we're actually going to see him play the field or if he's just going to primarily DH for the Red Sox when he's not pitching. 0-2, runner starts and stops, and it's popped foul and out of play.
And, of course, you're ecstatic to get a bat like Braden Montgomery, who was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. But as you mentioned, Sam, it doesn't solve your problem of needing an outfielder, needing a second baseman.
It would solve it only insofar as if he's allowed to play the outfield. 0-2, now the runner's going, and it's taken low in the dirt and skips out of the glove of Gonzalez. A stolen base for Johnny Castagnazzi. Castagnazzi's first stolen base of the summer. He stands at second with 2 down. A 1-2 count on Mitch Daly, who has twice struck out in this game, both of those against Connor Markle. Aaron Calhoun trying to work through a second scoreless inning and protecting a 5-2 Red Sox lead. 1-2. Missed away. 2-2 count on Daly.
Got to imagine this is the final frame for Aaron Calhoun, who's come out of the bullpen and pitched well for 2 frames. And he's trying to work and leave the runner stranded.
2-2, runner on second, 2 out. Here in the top of the 6th. Here it comes. Upstairs, a fastball. Daly leaves it out of the strike zone, and the count runs full on him. Rock Riggio, who drove home the 2 Chatham runs on a double his last time up, is in the on-deck circle.
See if he goes back to that high fastball. That's what Daly swung at to begin this at-bat. Chased a high fastball. Changeup has been filthy for Calhoun.
Here's a payoff pitch. Runner goes to third, and it's chopped that way. Foul. We'll do it again.
There was that high fastball.
Daly got on top of it. Shadows starting to creep across the infield. Third and short covered right now. Most of the path between the mound and home plate as well in shadow. Another 3-2. Again, the runner goes, and again, it's fouled straight back. And Castagnazzi better be careful, because even if Daly reaches on ball 4, there's no force ahead of Castagnazzi. He better get a great jump, because he can be thrown out even on a walk if he's running on 3-2 here with 2 out. He's getting a healthy lead, though, at second. Calhoun not really paying much attention to him, but now he'll pay him some attention. He looks back to him.
Keep him a little close, and you're right. He's got to run full speed if he's going to try to beat out the right arm of Fernando Gonzalez. We'll see if they throw over there.
Chase Mydroth is playing fairly close to the bag, a little shifted to the pull side on Daly. Another 3-2 not going, and it's roped down the left field line, heading foul right towards the Red Sox bullpen. Watch out. So 3 straight full count fouls off of Mitch Daly's bat, extending this plate appearance. The runner was not going on that 3-2 after he went on the first 2. Another payoff. Popped up, right side. In comes Bush, the right fielder calling, and he can't make the catch into a slide. In from third, around to score is Castagnazzi. Throw goes to second, safe there is Mitch Daly with a bloop double. It scores the third Chatham run. It's 5-3, an odd play there as Caden Connor, the first baseman, was going back on that ball. Never really had an angle. And Homer Bush, with all his speed, still just couldn't get there. He went into a slide and couldn't come up with the baseball.
Yeah, he was awfully close. Almost a great play by Homer Bush Jr. But Chatham able to cut a Singleton off the board. Now they have the tying run at the plate with Rock Riggio.
Riggio's fly ball double out of the reach of Luke Schliger gave the Anglers a very brief 2-1 lead after the top of the 4th. That was before the Red Sox scored 4 of their own in the bottom half of that inning to take the lead that they still have. But now the tying run at the plate. Riggio hit 11 home runs this year for Oklahoma State. He stands just 5'9", but he's got some power. Without a home run this summer, a check-in on the runner at second before this at-bat starts. Third RBI for Mitch Daly. Just his 3rd hit of the summer. First one. High fly ball in the left, not all that deep, in towards the line. Schliger, it drops in front of him on a hop. A base hit. Around from third comes Daly. He scores, staying at first with an RBI single is Rock Riggio. A 3 RBI day for Riggio as he again goes to the opposite field. And it's 5-4 Red Sox. And the catcher will hit for the first time in this game, Jack Rubenstein, who came in for defense for Hayden Travinsky last frame.
Now, quickly things have changed. Calhoun was a strike away from his 5th strikeout in his 2nd inning of work. Chatham with a pair of hits. All of a sudden, the go-ahead run at bat.
Things getting a little tighter here at Red Wilson Field as the clock strikes 7 o'clock Eastern time. First pitch to Rubenstein out of Georgia Tech. It skips in at his feet and goes to the backstop. Riggio up to second. Takes a wide turn but holds. Wild pitch by Calhoun, and Zack Jacobs starting to throw with a little more intent in that bullpen with 2 runs home here with 2 out, and all of a sudden the tying run in scoring position. Rubenstein getting just his 5th at-bat of the summer. He's 0 for 4 so far. First one is line towards left center field, a base hit. This one's going to split him and go to the wall. Riggio scores, heading to second. Rubenstein, the throw is cut off. He slides in safely. 3 straight run-scoring 2-out hits off Aaron Calhoun. We're knotted at 5. And before that ball even reaches Calhoun back on the mound, Scott Pickler's halfway to the mound. He's going to pull him. Second RBI, first hit, first double of the summer for Jack Rubenstein. We'll take a break before introducing you to Zack Jacobs, who will pitch for the first time this summer. 3 Anglers runs with 2 out, tying this game at 5 here in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. The 6th inning means it's time for trivia here. The 6th inning trivia contest brought to you by Coxman Media and Pixie 103, Cape Cod's Rock. We'll give you today's trivia question. You'll answer the question before the next home game. That's Tuesday. By going to ydredsox.com/trivia. Answer correctly, you'll be eligible to win an official YD Red Sox game jersey signed by the 2022 YD Red Sox team. Today's trivia question: how many players from the 2017 YD Red Sox team played in the major leagues in 2021? Don't forget to submit your answers at ydredsox.com/trivia. Good luck. New pitcher in the game for the Red Sox in a freshly tied 5-5 score with a go-ahead runner on second and 2 outs here in the 6th. It's Zack Jacobs to face Guy Garibay, left-hand hitter, against the right-hand pitching Jacobs out of UC Riverside. A returning YD Red Sox, first pitch, a slider that spins in for strike one. Jacobs only made 2 appearances on the mound for UC Riverside. Both of those came back in February. Made 8 appearances for the Red Sox last summer, pitching to a 5.68 ERA, 4 of those starts. 0-1. Slider on his back foot. He didn't go. Count 1-1. The doors have come off for the Red Sox, who led 5-2. Red Sox trying to figure out their defensive alignment here. Aaron Calhoun had just a runner on first with 2 outs, but a stolen base, a double, a single, a double. The last 3 of those hits scoring runs and tying this game at 5-5. Jack Rubenstein's game-tying double puts him at second with 2 out. 1-1 to Garibay. Hit him! Came in and got him on a fastball on the leg somewhere. Garibay gets first base. And that is not what the doctor ordered coming out of the bullpen. Zack Jacobs hits his first batter of the summer. I'm sure nerves playing a factor here. He hasn't played in a baseball game since February. "6'1" right-hander out of Pomona, California, with the high socks and the turquoisey teal green glove. Working with 2 on and 2 out. Jake DeLeo, the top of the Anglers lineup, the batter. First pitch, slider that spins in for strike one. As a freshman in 2021, though, for UC Riverside, he led the team in innings pitched, strikeouts, and starts through 80 innings that year. 0-1. Slider missed away. Close pitch. Count 1-1 on DeLeo, who's 0 for 3 today. Struck out in the 5th his last time. Chris Bowe is throwing behind Jacobs in the bullpen. Red Sox trying to find their way out of a disastrous 6th inning. 1-1. Slider, swing and a miss. That one stayed up, but DeLeo swung through it.
Bullpen is plenty rested. Only Thurman coming out of it yesterday.
And with the off day tomorrow, you can empty it if you need to.
Don't be surprised if Scott Pickler does just that.
From the first base side of the mound, a 1-2 count to Jake DeLeo. Here it comes. Misses away and in the dirt, a fastball. Count even 2-2 from Zack Jacobs to Jake DeLeo. 3 2-out runs. Scoring for the Anglers to tie this game. They're looking for more. The Red Sox open up a stretch where they play 6 of their next 7 against either the Anglers or the Brewster Whitecaps. 2-2. Chopper, left side, charged by Thompson. His throw on the run is thrown away and down the right field line. It'll score a run as it goes out of play. The Anglers take the lead. Caden Connor couldn't dig it out. 6-5. Anglers score again. 4 two-out runs here in the 6th. The runners will be placed at second and third. And scoring is Rubenstein.
Flag shortstop, number 62 from Oklahoma State, Marcus Brown.
Brings up Marcus Brown. Garibay at third. DeLeo at second. YD now trailing. A throwing error there. Scoring the go-ahead run in the 6th inning now. First one to Marcus Brown. Breaking ball that rides high. Time called. Looks like an infield single. And I believe an error charged to Jordan Thompson on the throw on that last play. 1-0. Bouncing ball right side and foul. So the wall's crashing around the Red Sox here in this 6th inning. They led 5-2 with 2 outs in this frame, but 4 runs scoring for the Anglers with 2 outs. 2 more out there. 1-0. Misses inside, almost hit him, a fastball.
Just haven't seen an inning like this out of the YD bullpen all summer. The bullpen that through the first nearly month of the season had given up just 4 earned runs. Have surrendered 4 here in the 6th.
Time called at home before a 2-1.
And Fernando Gonzalez and Zack Jacobs have never played together. Talked to Luke Schliger a couple days ago about what it's like learning a new pitcher. He said it's probably the hardest part of summer ball, and you have to imagine Gonzalez in that place right now, trying to figure out Jacobs.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider. Count 2-2 on Brown. Jacobs trying to figure his way out of this mess with 2 in scoring position after the go-ahead run scored here in this 6th inning. Infield and outfield shifted right on Brown. 2-2. Bouncing ball foul again up the right field line. We'll do it again.
Just the 3rd time this summer that the Chatham Anglers have pushed across 6 or more runs. They've won one of those games and lost one of those games. And the YD Red Sox offense that has been quiet here in the month of July is going to have to continue to push.
Each team has a 4-run inning on the board in this game. 2-2 again. Towards third, softly hit, charged by Thompson, throws on the run. This time he gets him. Picked up above the shoot tops by Caden Connor on a stretch. And that retires the side finally. 4 runs home, all with 2 outs for the Anglers. They lead this game once more. It's 6-5. To the bottom of the 6th we go here at Red Wilson Field. Well, if you joined us for the first time now, it's a very different baseball game than when it was about 15 minutes ago. The Anglers pushing across 4 2-out runs in the top of the 6th inning to flip a 5-2 deficit into a 6-5 lead. Homer Bush leads off. First pitch home is upstairs for ball 1. The PA is having some issue turning the music off right now. So we have a time called at home plate before Bush will see a second pitch. Homer Bush, Fernando Gonzalez, Luke Schliger. 8-9-1 of the Red Sox order against Caden Grice. 1-0. Swing and a miss. They count 1-1 on Homer. Comes home. Misses low. Bush walked and scored his last time. Also reached on a fielder's choice. 2-1 from the lefty. Misses well away. They count 3-1 on Homer Bush, trying to find his way aboard with all his speed to lead off this inning against Caden Grice, the tall 6'6" left-handed two-way player. Here it comes. Fastball at the letters. Count full on Bush. Wind blowing out slightly towards left. Here it comes, the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball. Grice picks up his third strikeout in relief. They've come consecutively. Got Hunter Haas and Jordan Thompson in a row to finish off the 5th. Starts his 6th with another swinging K. Here's Fernando Gonzalez, who's got a strikeout, a single. He also scored a run. That was in the middle of that big 4-run 4th for the Red Sox. First pitch home is taken down the middle for a strike. Looks like LeBaron Johnson is still throwing in that Angler bullpen. He was throwing earlier. 0-1. Line towards right center field. DeLeo over and in. He makes the catch on the line drive. Now it hung up just a bit too long. Gonzalez retired. Breaks the strikeout string, but it's the second out here in this 6th inning. Here's Luke Schliger. Has the biggest hit for the Red Sox in this game. He drove home 2 with a single his last time through. They came with the bases loaded in the 4th. He wound up scoring as well. Left on left situation here. Luke's reached base twice today. He's also walked. First pitch. He's fought off. Foul towards the Red Sox dugout. Watch out. Everyone able to duck out of the way of that one. That skirted across the top of the dugout. Some hearts stopping. In a 0-1 count to Schliger. Here it comes. Roll to the right side. The second baseman, Riggio, over to field it. The first baseman, Castagnazzi, went for it. Gets back to the base and fields the throw in time to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. After falling behind, they fall over meekly here in the 6th. On to the 7th we go. Carlo Jimenez back to the play-by-play mic when we come back.
No summer in Whitey Red Sox Nation would be complete without our youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master in the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic taught by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to ydredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics are proudly sponsored by the Salty Dog Group of Keller Williams, MP Sports Card, and Giordino's Family Restaurant. New pitcher on the mound for the Whitey Red Sox. It's the righty Chris Bowe, who's making his 7th appearance of the summer out of the pen. In 14 innings, Bowe has been good for 15 strikeouts and 8 walks, and he'll try to keep this a 1-run lead. 6-5, the Chatham Anglers lead the Whitey Red Sox. Chatham looking for their first road win of the summer, and right now on the high side, Cooper Ingle, Johnny Castagnazzi, and Lyle Miller Green, 3, 4, 5, due up for Chatham. Ingle, who was the RBI hero last night, digs in. Shift is on for him. Left-handed batter looks towards the righty Bowe. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball misses well inside. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Sam, it's only a 1-run deficit for this Red Sox team, but the way things have transpired feels like they're down more.
Yeah, certainly a momentum shift, giving the runs up the way they did, and then to go down 1-2-3 after the fact.
1-0 misses away. 2 balls and a strike. From Bowe, you're going to see mainly slider, curve, mixes in a change and a fastball. But only a run is the difference. 2-0. Fastball misses well inside. And Chris Bowe trying to find some command. 3 balls and no strikes. Guy who walked 4 in his last outing in the 5-5 tie against Hyannis. Gave up 2 earned runs and 3 hits. 3-0 down the hill. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ingle was the first run of the game for the Chatham Anglers back in the 4th. Singled and scored. 3-1. Catches up and in. Just on the edge of the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Cooper Ingle. Ingle looks on. The red batting gloves squeezing his bat. 3-2. Swinging a foul tap into the glove of Gonzalez. Chris Bowe works 3-0 to a swinging strike 3 and a strikeout to begin the top of the 7th. Here's Johnny Castagnazzi. Good start for Bowe. And in stands the right-handed batter of Castagnazzi. Blue sleeve on that right arm. Blue socks pulled up just below the knees. And the Chatham Angler uni. Opening offering. Slider. Just misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Shadows blanketing the infield here at Red Wilson. Outfield is deep for Castagnazzi. All in the sun. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Flag blowing gently out to left. Still a good crowd, although some have gone home for dinner. As the temperature drops and the sweatshirts coming out. 1-1. Another slider that misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Castagnazzi, who with an improved batter's eye, cut his strikeout percentage in half this past season at UNC. Guy still trying to find his rhythm on the Cape. Did single back in the 1st. 2-1, he swings and misses. The count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Returning angler, as there are a couple in this lineup for Chatham. Want to play again with Tom Holliday. Defense back, here's Bowe's 2-2. On the edge, strike 3 called. Fastball paints the outside part of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Bowe. And here's Lyle Miller Green with 2 outs and nobody on. Chris Bowe headed to Arizona via the College of Southern Nevada. And the Wildcats definitely have something to look forward to. It's now 17 strikeouts for Bowe this summer. First pitch to the righty, Lyle Miller Green. A slider on the front door, misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Lyle Miller-Green, who was playing in the Cal Ripken League before Tom Holliday gave him a call. 1-0. Slider misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. Hitting .277 with the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts in 13 games. Wearing some bright orange shoes. 2-0. Takes the slider away. 3 balls and no strikes. Bo once again down in a 3-0 hole. A guy who wishes someday to go back to Russia, said maybe Moscow or Tomsk, where his hometown is. 3-0 down the hill. There's a fastball, catches low and on the outside edge. 3 balls and a strike. 6-5. Chatham leads YD with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Bose, 3-1. Slider. On the edge, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-0 to 3-2 for Bo. 1 run in the bottom of the 2nd for YD, and then a chaotic 4th. 2 in the top of the frame, 4 in the bottom of the frame. 3-2, Miller-Green hits one sharply off the end of the bat, up the middle. Back into by the second baseman, Mydroff. Throw across his body in time. And a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Bo. 6-5, Chatham's lead remains at 1. It's time to stretch here at Red Wilson Field as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Welcome you back to South Yarmouth, where the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox trail the Chatham Anglers by a score of 6-5. Hope you stretched. It's time for the bottom of the 7th. 2-3-4 due up for the Red Sox. Chase Mydroff, Cole Carrig, and Mike Bovey. Gaten Grace, the lefty, deals, and the right-handed bat of Mydroff takes a fastball up and away off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Mydroff, who has reached twice today, was hit by a pitch and walked. 1-0. And he takes a strike that catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1. Wind blowing out to left. The shadows starting to engulf the field here at Red Wilson. Here's the 1-1 to Chase. And he swings and misses at a changeup. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grice back out there for the Anglers. He's faced the minimum in his 2 frames. The two-way player kicks 1-2. Swing and a miss down to a knee. A big hack from Chase Mydroff. He comes up with just air. That's the 4th strikeout for Caden Grice, who in his longest outing of the summer is dealing his best baseball. Here's Cole Carrig with the bases empty and 1 out. Absolutely filthy stuff so far from Grice. A guy who first pitch in a blowout against YD. 8-1 was the score in the 9th when he came into pitch, Sam. But he might have earned himself a regular role. Right-handed bat of Cole Carrig. Looks at a slider that misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Cole Carrig for the first time switch hitting batting from the right side, where He has a ton of power. 1-0-2. And he swings and chops one on the ground, first base side. First baseman Castagnazzi gobbles it up ankle high and steps on first for the out. It's now 8 in a row retired by Caden Grice. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Mike Bovey, 6-5. Chatham leads YD in the bottom of the 7th. Grice out of Clemson pitched just 7 times in 2022, 6 innings of work. Walked 7, gave up 2 earned runs. First pitch to Bovey is a fastball on the inside to the left-handed batter. No balls and 1 strike. Caden threw 10 innings his freshman year. 0-1 to Bovey. Slider misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty on lefty here. A YD team that has struggled to get the extra base hit. They'd love one to spark the offense. 1-1. Bovey takes a fastball for strike 2. Down the middle, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Defense playing straight away against Bovey, who has 3 strikeouts in his 3 at-bats today. Has never struck out 4 times in a game. 1-2, he swings and fights off a change and fouls it back behind home. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes.
These situations against left-handers have been tough for Mike Bovey. He's batted 10 times against lefties. He's just 1 for 10.
Rests the bat on the left shoulder. Grice is 1-2. Bovey just gets a piece, fouls one off his left foot.
Although credit to Mike in these spots, he's only struck out once against the left-handed pitcher all summer.
A YD team that at one point led this game 5-2. That lead evaporated with 4 runs, all coming with 2 outs in the visitor half of the 6th. 1-2 down the hill. Bovey takes lone away. Changeup misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A YD team trying to win back-to-back games for the first time here in July. Meanwhile, Chatham's looking for their first road win of the summer. 2-2. Bovey takes low and in. Fastball misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We saw Chatham rattle off 4 runs with 2 outs. We've seen this YD team score plenty of runs with 2 outs. Do they have another 2-out rally in them? Payoff pitch to Bovey. And he swings and puts one on 2 hops for the second baseman, Riggio. Gloves letter high across the body. Throws to first, and that does it. Another 1-2-3 inning for Caden Grice. He has retired 9 in a row out of the pen for the Chatham Anglers. So the 8th inning here at Red Wilson Field, 6-5. Chatham leads YD. Welcome you back to Red Wilson Field. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz, our producer Zack Clapp. 6-5. The Chatham Anglers lead by 1 here in the top of the 8th. Chatham looking for their first road win in their 13th road game of the summer. And right now, holding on to the toothpick advantage as they bat in the top of the 8th. 6, 7, 8, 2 up for Chatham. It's Mitchell Daly, Rock Riggio, and Hayden Travinsky facing the righty Chris Bowe. First pitch. Slider drops in for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. As we hit sunset hours here at Red Wilson, not a lot of clouds in the sky. 0-1. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shadows continue to cover the field. Wind gently blowing out to left. 1-1. Swinging a drive down the right field line, curling away from the right fielder Bush. It's foul by a couple of feet. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Daly. Crispo out of the pen. The third arm out of the bullpen for this YD team. Nobody moving in it right now. 1-2. Slider misses away. Daly doesn't bite. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daly with an RBI double in the 6th, part of that 4-run 6th inning for Chatham. 2-2. Fastball at the knees, strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Crispo. Daly rung up to begin the top of the 8th. Here's Rock Riggio. YD, after giving up the lead in the top of the 4th, it was 2-1 Chatham. They rattled off 4 in the bottom of the 4th to go up 5-2. But then the Anglers, with 2 outs on the board, brought home 4 of their own to take a 6-5 lead. First pitch to lefty Riggio, and he takes a backdoor slider for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Riggio, an RBI single in that 6th inning. Bouncing in the batter's box, open stance. 0-1, a fastball he fights off straight back to the parking lot. No balls and 2 strikes. Streaks of sun behind home plate and in left field. Chatham Anglers looking to win road game number 1 of the season. 0-2, fastball misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And win in back-to-back days for the first time all season. They've won 2 in a row, but that came on a doubleheader day. 1-2. Fastball fought off, hit sharply down the left field line, foul, where 4 or 5 fans race after it. Both these teams coming off wins. Bo, a big exhale, shrugs the shoulders. 1-2. Slider, topped, left side. Long run for the shortstop, Hunter Haas. Takes it on the second hop. Throw to first. Did he get him? In time for the out. Nice play by the shortstop, racing in to beat the speedster Rock Riggio. 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the 8th. And here is Jack Rubenstein. Came in to this game for Hayden Travinsky. Right-handed batter looks on. First pitch, he takes strike 1. On the outside part of the plate, there's the fastball. No balls and 1 strike. 6-5, Chatham leads YD. Top of the 8th inning. Bo with his jersey flapping in the wind, 0-1. Slider misses just away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Longer hold from the catcher Gonzalez. But home plate umpire Joseph Caraco not enticed. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Changeup has him chasing. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rubenstein, who is a catcher out of Georgia Tech, of course known as Catcher U. Kevin Parada, who was supposed to come to this Chatham team, didn't make the trip. Rubenstein told coaches he'd love to go to Chatham. 1-2, he takes a slider away. And the count levels, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 outs. 6-5, Chatham leads YD, top of the 8th. Tom Holliday called him 2 days before his arrival and said, quote, "Get your butt over here." 2-2. Swinging a foul down the right field line off the end of the bat. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A guy who spent 4 years of his college career at Embry, a D3 school, where during his junior season, Sam, he tied the record for hit by pitches, was hit 32 times. 2-2, and he swings and misses at a changeup and ends the top of the 8th. 4 strikeouts for Crispo, a ground out to short from Rock Riggio, sandwiched in between 2 more Ks, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. The lead remains at a French fry. It's 6-5. Chatham leads YD. We welcome you back to YD Red Sox baseball here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. Carlo Jimenez alongside my good friend Sam Lebowitz. Fans, the Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game will be played on July 23rd. It's Belaine Field in Wareham. Tickets to see the top players in the league are only $5, and we have them for sale here at Red Wilson Field. You can purchase All-Star Game tickets at 50/50 Shed or merchandise booth. Additionally, we're collecting donated tickets to send a group of veterans to the game, so please consider to make a $5 donation as a small way of thanking them for their service. Back here in the bottom of the 8th inning, where the Chatham Anglers hold a 6-5 lead over the YD Red Sox, and Caden Grice, who has retired 9 in a row, the two-way player from Clemson, begins his 4th inning of work. Due up, the 5, 6, 7 spots for YD, Caden Connor, Hunter Haas, and Jordan Thompson. Left-handed bat of Connor looks on. And the Red Sox, who have been unable to find any success since that 4-run bottom of the 4th, looking for somebody to reach. Connor looks on. First pitch, he shows bunt. Bunts one foul, third base side. And Sam Caden might be just trying something new there.
Well, the Red Sox haven't had a base runner since the 4th inning, so why not try something a little different? Try to get something going, get the leadoff runner on if you can. Give yourself one chance to get one of those bunts down and then try to work in the at-bat and hit something hard or work a walk if you can.
In the sunset hours here at Red Wilson, 0-1. Caden swings, hits one off the end of the bat, left side. Going to be a tough play. Backhanded by the shortstop, Brown. He can't control the exchange. On to first goes Caden Connor. And a good leadoff knock to begin the 8th inning. That ends the 9 in a row, retired by Caden Grice. And the tying run is at first. Here's the go-ahead at the plate. It's Hunter Haas. 1 for 3 is Haas with a single back in the 2nd and 2 strikeouts. That single ended an 0 for 11 3-game hitless streak. Right-handed batter digs in. Connor leads at first. With nobody out, 6-5 Chatham, bottom 8. First pitch. Hunter swings, hits one on one hop, right to third. Daly goes to second for 1. Riggio's turn to first in time for the out. And the leadoff single is short-lived. Hunter Haas grounds into a 5-4-3. Around the horn they go for 2, and that's 2 outs. In the bottom of the 8th, 6-5 Chatham, here's Jordan Thompson. And a Chatham team that has not won a road game, Sam. You don't want to be the first team to give them that win on the road, but YD Red Sox just don't look like they have it offensively today. Ready, Thompson stares in. Grice kicks and deals. Thompson with a half swing takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to him. A quiet flag and a nervous crowd here at Red Wilson. 0-1. Thompson takes strike 2. Changeup drops in. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes, and Caden Grice continues to look unhittable. The only hit against him was an infield single. Grice is 0-2. Thompson takes a changeup in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's been mostly fastballs and changeups, and he's not throwing all that hard, too. A big guy, but doesn't really gas it up. He's been keeping him off balance and getting fishes on those changeups.
6-6 lefty deals a 1-2. Thompson barely stays alive as he gets a piece. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the visiting Chatham Anglers. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the YD Red Sox. These two teams will face off 6. YD will take on either Chatham or Brewster 6 of their next 7. 2 Eastern Division opponents. 1-2. Thompson taps it foul down the left field line. Working along at bat here against Grice, whose pitch count continues to rise. He just continues to attack the strike zone. Of his 35 pitches, 26 have been good for strikes. 1-2. Thompson swings and misses at the changeup and strikes out to end the 8th. The 9th inning coming your way. The Chatham Anglers are looking for insurance. Up 6-5 over the YD Red Sox. Chris Bowe jogs out there for his 3rd inning of work. 1 hit, nobody comes across. We head to the 9th, 6-5 Chatham. We welcome you back to the 9th inning, where the Chatham Anglers are on the precipice of winning their first road game here in the summer of 2022, currently leading 6-5 over the Whitey Red Sox. Top of the 9th coming your way, it's the lefty Guy Garibay, who looks at a first pitch slider for strike one. No balls and one strike. 6-5, the Chatham lead. A 4-run top of the 6th, the difference in this game. On 1 to Garibay, strike 2. Slider catches the inside part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Shift is on for him. The third baseman, Jordan Thompson, is playing deep in the gap in shallow right center field. Chase Mydroff over towards the bag at second, the second baseman. 0-2, backdoor fastball misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crispo has faced the minimum through his 2 innings of work. 4 strikeouts to him, one of his best outings of the summer. 1-2. Fastball chopped up the middle, away from the shift, gobbled up by the shortstop, Hunter Haas. Tough throw to first. Did he get him? Yes! Hunter Haas on the high hop, able to control it, belt high, and throw to first to gun down Garibay. There's one away.
High degree of difficulty play there. Hunter Haas made it look pretty easy. That in between hop as he was moving to his left and able to just get a throw off, much less get a throw on target off, is extremely impressive. Hunter plays a shortstop that few rival here on Cape Cod.
So the lineup card flips. Here's Jake DeLeo, right into batter with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, takes fastball for a strike. Thigh high on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. 6-5, Chatham leads YD. Red Sox have not lost to the Anglers in 360 days. 0-1. Changeup doesn't break and floats head high. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike to DeLeo. Time is called. Jake DeLeo restraps the gloves in that blue jersey with the blue helmet. The sun begins to set. Outfield in the sun. 1-1. Slider hit off the end of the bat towards short. Hunter Haas has been busy. Another high hop. He gloves it letters high. Throw to first in time again. The infield at Red Wilson continuing to test Hunter Haas, and he continues to pass. There's 2 away.
Yeah, I'm running out of things to say because that was a fairly routine chance that became very non-routine quickly. It caromed difficultly off of the infield up towards his upper chest, and he gobbled it up, and again, able to get off a throw just in time.
So 2 outs, bases empty. Chatham up by 1, and it's the left-handed bat of Marcus Brown. Bo deals, Brown swings, left side of the infield. Haas in the shift, nobody there, and it trickles out to center field, a base hit. Marcus Brown hits one right where the shortstop should be, but Hunter, about 4 seconds before, had moved to the right of second. The shift bites the Red Sox, and there's 1 on with 2 away in the top of the 9th. Here's Cooper Ingle. The shift, what a great discussion point, Sam. You think about a play like that, you say, oh, if they didn't have the shift on, would have worked. Of course, every time the ball's hit into the shift. What a great play. They had the shift on. Got to pick one, though. Lefty Ingle bounces the first pitch on 1 hop right back to the pitcher, Bo, who's going to tag Ingle out himself instead of underhand flip to first. Ingle looks towards Bo, shakes his head, doesn't exactly like the decision, but that ends the top of the 9th. 1 hit, 1 left on, no runs come across. Chatham leads 6-5. Bottom of the 9th coming your way. Do the Whitey Red Sox have it in them to defeat the bottom team in the Eastern Division here at Red Wilson? We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field, where the Whitey Red Sox have their backs against the wall here in the bottom of the ninth inning, 6-5. The Chatham Anglers looking for their first road win of the summer of 2022. They need just 3 outs and a pinch hitter to begin the frame. It's Johnny Long, the right-handed batter out of Long Beach State. A couple of defensive changes for the Chatham Anglers. In right field now is Matthew Hogan, and at first is Noah Ledford. Long, a right-handed batter, one of just 2 guys on Scott Pickler's shortened bench today. First pitch to him, and he swings and cranks one down the right field line, foul. No balls and 1 strike. Whitey picked up a run in the bottom of the second. Chatham took a 2-1 lead in the top of the 4th. They then went into the bottom of the 4th. Here's Grice's 0-1. Long takes a fastball away. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Red Sox were able to put 4 to take a 5-2 lead. 1-1. Long swings, lifts one into right, on a line for Hogan, who comes in and makes a head-high catch. The right fielder retires Johnny Long. There's 2 away, 1 away. Then Chatham picked up 4 2-out runs in the top of the 6th to take a 6-5 lead. And they're now 2 outs away from picking up a win on the road for the first time. And beating this Whitey team who leads the Eastern Division. Chatham bottom in the East. First pitch to the righty, Gonzalez. A fastball misses away. Sun has set. All of Red Wilson is in the shade. Flag quiet in left. And the Whitey fans would become anxious cheering on their team. 1-0. Fastball high. 2 balls and no strikes. Red Sox this season are 3-1 in 1-run games. And they come back against an Angler team that Chatham has struggled finishing off teams. 2-0, fastball high, 3 balls and no strikes. The Harwich Mariners a couple nights ago were down 4-1 and rallied to score 3 to tie Chatham at Veterans Field. Gonzalez, 3-0 home. He takes strike 1, just catches low and away.
This is obviously a crucial at bat. You want to get someone on base to give yourselves a fighting chance.
3-1 to Gonzalez. He takes ball 4 low. Tying run is on the base pass. The go-ahead comes to the plate. It's Luke Schliger.
And we'll see if they use their last bench bat to get Gonzalez off the base paths. Jack Costello runs fairly well, but it looks like Gonzalez is going to run for himself. Costello doesn't have a helmet on.
2 days ago when we were here, Matt Cavanaugh, a pitcher for Whitey, almost pinch ran for Johnny Long. But he also remains in that dugout. Lefty Schliger looks towards the lefty Grice. The pitch, fastball misses well inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Caden Grice came into this game into the 5th after the 4-run bottom of the 4th for Whitey and shut it down. Retired 9 in a row. He's given up just 1 hit and the 1 walk to Gonzalez. 1 out, 1 on, 1-0. Fastball catches at the knees, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-5. Chatham leads YD. Gonzalez, a conservative lead at first. He's the tying run. 1-1. Fastball misses high. 2 balls and a strike to Luke Schliger, who had a 2 RBI single back in the 4th. Sun starts to peer from behind some clouds and lightly covers the outfield and second base. Grice looks at first, 2-1. Schliger swings and fouls one off down the left field line. The fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chase Mydriff is on deck. Red Sox looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in July. Chatham on the edge of their first road win of the summer. 2-2. Schliger hits one right towards the Whitey dugout. A couple of guys back up on the foul, and the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bullpen starting to work. Grice is in his 5th inning of action. A 2-way player who hadn't pitched all summer until June 30th. 2-2. Misses low and away. A full count to Luke Schliger. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez at first. 6-5. Chatham leads YD. Bottom of the ninth. We do not play extras on the Cape. It's now or never for the Red Sox. 3-2. Schliger takes ball 4, misses up and in. The tying run goes to second. The go-ahead is at first. Here's Chase Mydroff.
It's really good at bat. A lot of close pitches in that sequence to Schliger. But we know that nobody sees that strike zone as well as Luke. And a really, really nice job to fight in that sequence and find his way aboard.
And how much, Sam, can we factor Caden Grice, who threw all of 6 innings this past spring at Clemson? This is now his 5th. Fatigue seemingly wearing in. He's lost a little bit of that command.
Yeah, and that's usually the first thing to go when you're dealing with a tired pitcher is not the velocity necessarily, but the command. And it'll be interesting to see if he falls behind another hitter here in Chase Mydroth. This is exactly who the Red Sox want up, one of their most consistent hitters.
Hitting .350 over the last 2 weeks. The righty looks in, takes a first pitch strike on the inside part of the plate. Gonzalez doesn't have great speed. The catcher at second. Luke Schliger with decent speed at first. 6-5. Chatham leads YD. Grice is 0-1. Chase swings and foul, taps one back to the screen in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. And now we're going to get a pinch runner. Jack Costello jogs out from the dugout, and he'll go run for Gonzalez. With an 0-2 count and 1 out. You wonder why that decision took a little longer. But Costello, the lone bench player available, a YD team with just 11 hitters on their bench, have used everybody today. 2 on, 1 out. The 0-2. Mydroff stays alive, fouls one off his body, and awaits another 0-2 pitch.
Good job by Chase. Chase is battling a little bit. He struck out against Grice's last at bat. Grice got him fishing in the dirt on one of those changeups, and there he went back to it again, but Mydroff able to stay back just enough and tip that one at home plate and get himself another offering.
6-5 Chatham, 1 out, 2 on the 0-2. Mydroff belts one foul down the left field line. And the count remains at 0-2. Here comes the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Defense and double play depth. Mydroff with the blonde hair out of the back of the helmet, only here for a couple more days. He's been one of the most consistent hitters in this YD lineup. A closed-off stance. Looks in. Can the San Diegan bring home a run? 0-2. Swings and taps one off the end of the bat. Grice fields. Throws to second. Away from the second baseman. Riggio and into center. Rounding third. Coming home and scoring is Costello. And the Red Sox have tied this game. It's 6-6 here in the bottom of the ninth. An opportunity to turn 2. Grice tried to throw to second. Riggio was trying to hold onto the bag. The throw gets away into center. And now the game-winning run is at second with 1 out for Cole Carrick.
Well, pitchers don't like throwing to other bases. You see this all the time at every level of baseball. They're so used to pitching that when they have to throw off flat ground and make a play, it's so common that they throw wildly. And there, that one had some run on it towards left center.
Ready, Carrick looks, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off his body. No balls and 1 strike, and Sam, the Chatham Anglers will have to wait another day for that first road win of the summer. Now all they can do is hope for a tie. Schliger at second, he's the game-winning run. Mydroff is at first. Cole Carrick at the plate, who's been one of the hottest hitters as of late for the Red Sox, hitting .380 in his last 5. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nasty changeup from Grice. No balls and 2 strikes to Carrick. The sun peeking from out behind the clouds. A slither of hope for these YD Red Sox, who had been sat down 9 up, 9 down against Grice. In the bottom of the ninth, looking for life in a 6-6 game. 0-2. Carrick takes low and in. Fastball misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flag blowing gently in left. Tops of the trees tickled with sunlight. No clouds. And the fans who have waited here at Red Wilson looking for a walk-off win. 1-2. Carrick swings and misses and strikes out. Changeup gets him to fish. and YD down to their final out. Here's Mike Bovee.
Well, the Red Sox can't lose, but it will take a clutch 2-out RBI to win it. That was a big strikeout for Grice to settle back in after the throwing error and get a big second out. But Mike Bovee has been perking up a little bit offensively. A tough day today, but he's been hitting the ball hard as of late. Not a bad guy to have up.
2 on, 2 out. Lefty barrel Mike looks on, takes the first pitch, fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes. Mike was the hero for this YD team earlier this season, had a walk-off single to center. Can he do it again? Schliger the winning run with a healthy lead at second, 1-0. Bovee takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans standing, arms crossed, nervously shifting from side to side. Bovee, who is 0 for 4 today, just his second 3-strikeout game of the summer, trying to forget all that with a big hit, 1-1. He swings and taps one foul over towards the on-deck circle of the Red Sox, where Caden Connor is warming up. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The top team in the Eastern Division, the YD Red Sox, looking for a comeback victory against the bottom team in the East, the Chatham Anglers. Schliger at second. Mydroff at first. 1-2. Bovee hits one slowly off the end of the bat. The shortstop Brown ranging to his right. Throws to first. Dropping the ball at first is Ledford. Bovee is safe. Schliger on to third. This game's still going. Ledford couldn't handle the throw from the shortstop Brown. Caden Connor comes to the plate with the winning run 90 feet away in the bottom of the ninth. 6-6 the score between Chatham and YD.
This is fun.
Second play of the inning that's gone the Red Sox way. See if they marked it an error or a hit. And the left-handed bat of Connor looks on. Schliger can almost taste home. Infield playing back with 2 outs. 6-6 the score. The Red Sox evening things up in the bottom of the ninth. Can they take the lead? Grice deals. Caden swings, chops one slow roller. Grice able to stab it. The catcher underhand flips to first, and that ends the game. YD leaves the winning run at third, but they do come away with the tie after bringing home a run in the bottom of the ninth. Chatham and the Red Sox play to a draw here at Red Wilson Field. That's going to do it for us here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. A day off for the Red Sox tomorrow. They'll head to Fenway for a workout as we welcome you in to the YD Red Sox broadcast booth. 6-6 the final score. Caden Grice going the last 5 for Chatham. And Sam, for the second time in the last 3 days, the Red Sox have the game-winning run at third. Can't bring them home and come away in a draw.
Well, it could have been a loss for the Red Sox, I think, very easily. Caden Grice was in a complete groove in his relief outing for Chatham. There was really no reason to pull him in this game if you were Tom Holliday, but the command broke down on him a little bit in this 9th inning. He gave up that run on that throwing error that he committed himself on the mound. The Red Sox able to squeak out points. That's the important thing at this point in the season. The wins, they matter the most, but avoiding losses, that also matters because with all the matchups that they have against both Chatham and especially Brewster coming up, Brewster on Tuesday, the next game for the Red Sox, you want to get as many points as you can in these matchups against Eastern Division opponents because if Brewster can't make up 2 full points on you in the standings, that means that you're pretty much safe to go the rest of the way. If the Red Sox are able to eke out more of these games, avoiding losses, then that's good. It doesn't feel like a win, but it definitely doesn't feel like a loss.
6-6 the final score. 9 hits for the Chatham Anglers. Sam Crispo was fantastic in this game. Really kept YD close when the offense was sputtering. How much confidence do you think this performance gives him moving forward?
Oh, I think it gives him all the confidence in the world. He was outstanding in this game. Just 1 hit over his 3 scoreless relief outing, 3 innings of relief. And after both Aaron Calhoun and Zack Jacobs stumbled a little bit in their first outings of the summer, it was incumbent upon Bo to come in and kind of quiet things down after the Red Sox had relinquished the lead. He did just that, giving the Red Sox a chance to come in and do just this, what they did in the 9th inning. And come away with a tie.
Whitey will be back at it on Tuesday, taking on the Brewster Whitecaps for the first time since Game 3 of the season. The team nipping on their heels in the Eastern Division will be a big game against Brewster. We will take an off day tomorrow, be at Fenway, and see you at 5 o'clock, first pitch on Tuesday. For Carlo Jimenez and Sam Lebowitz, our great producer, Zack, Clapp, we're saying so long from Red Wilson. Final score, the Whitey Red Sox able to tie things in the bottom of the ninth and come away with points on the board as they go home in a draw, 6-6 with the Chatham Anglers.